Motherfucker, Neffy, you didn't tell me you were streaming. Come on, man, you should have told me you were streaming. God damn it, Neffy, god damn it. Like, when you stream, you take your phone, you text me. I don't even know if you have my... You probably don't have my phone number. Hello, Tiz. All I wanna do is do, and yeah, baby, and take your money. Excuse me? Good! Perfect! Exactly. God damn it, Neff, you should have told me, you dingleberries. Ah! You stream and you don't tell me. Ah! Okay, can I go into the game, please? Can I please go into the game without closing everything? Thank you. Yes? No, don't cover that. There we go. I think I just figured it out. Perfect. Pillars of Eternity 2, that fire is now live on Fig. Go support it, and you can buy shares and not get any returns because the game will not sell as well as people are claiming it's gonna do. But that's Fig, I guess. Fig and shares and whatever it's called again. Figures or something like that. The way you say it sounds like driver nephew. Well, no, driver Neffy, like Neffy. The thing is, like, even in Fallout New Vegas, the same guy from the NCR that gives you, hey, cut driver Neffy's head. In one instance, he says driver Neffy. In the next instance, he says driver Nephi. Like, the same guy says it in two ways. Okay, comrade. I'm streaming from 2 to 6 a.m. Yeah, well, I was sleeping then, my man. I was dead sleepy because I had big headaches yesterday. Anyway, let's press continue. We are currently without Ivan because we replaced him currently with Kana. Fuck Kana. We're going to kick Kana out as soon as we claim Cad Nua as our own. Spoilers! And we're gonna keep Ivan back in party. Yeah, well, fuck that guy. The awkward haha. I love that emote. Okay, loading times. Could we please get this along? Please? Pillars of Eternity is, he can't even take this. Oh, brutal, man. That was brutal. He actually leveled up. I actually won't level him up because I likely will not use him after this. But I will gladly talk to him. There is Merwald's Grimoire. Alas! Take the Grimoire. Be a stinky Grimoire. And stop sneaking, you dingleberry. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Poor Merwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
So let's make a quick summary of what happened here. We finally found the Watcher, Merwald, and his awakened soul basically caused him to have triple or quadruple personality or something like that. And that was not great. It was not great. In fact, one of his more violent personalities took over and attacked us. So we did the most diplomatic thing we could. Murder him and absorb his soul. It may be my fate too. It may, but Merwald knew his curse. For all that he succumbed to it, perhaps you gave him what you need to escape his fate. Let's seek out these ruins he mentioned. We may find something of use. Yeah, no, we're not gonna go to the endless path of Newater yet, my man.
An eye out.
We're certainly not going there yet. Okay.
I'll take a peek.
I'd like particularly Aloth
The work of a moment.
to... By the way, is the volume mix good? Can you hear stuff? Murder and soul possession. Exactly.
No time.
That's exactly how I like it.
What is it?
Is audio okay? Do I have to balance it out? Is the video okay? Do I have to...
I don't want to discuss it.
Yes, you don't want to discuss this. If there is any criticism you can give to my stream, please do. Even you guys on YouTube. I know your attention span might still be there. If it is, please tell me what I need to improve. I cannot improve the bitrate.
No sense listening to that old bam part. Damned Virago, not now.
Aloth is a cutie pie. Lauren, I need to condense the last 2 acts of Lost Minds into as much space-time as possible. Do you think it can work to proceed with the areas in the actual mines as a continuation in the basement of the under Cragmaw Castle. Yes. As you were actually saying that you want to unite the last two acts together, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I think you could do that. I mean, if you wanted to feel extreme, you could even put it like under the manor in the city, whatever it was the name.
I felt Merwald's passing. You slew him.
This is fine. That's an emote, actually, Neffy. This is fine is an emote. You felt Merwald's passing? Well, the old fool was barking mad. I did him a favor.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness.
Well, as long as you keep... Is there, like... Are you DMing a third group, my man? Is this what is going on right now?
This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Merwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Yes, I will stay, but chill, Mrs. Stewart. First, I need to answer to Mr. Tis here. It was a mistake. Steak. Yeah, steak. That's not the pronunciation, but it's almost over, and I likely won't DM another session for them for reasons. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. You guys are all a bunch of dickwads. I don't ever want to do stuff for you again. Also, I just noticed that I dropped the Holy Mother of 420 Blazed frames. I probably will pause the preview stream here for a moment. Okay. I paused the stream, which seemed to solve the issue last time when I started dropping frames. We'll see if this one time it'll work. It's not ominous, they're good people, but the group is dispersing a little. Ah, yes, I understand. One of them is going to the Americas, the other one is going to Chechnya, the third one is going to Vietnam. I know those feelings. I have such friends. No, I don't have friends. I'm a lonely soul. But yeah, I think you can actually do it as a continuation of Cragmaw's castle. Like, you just continue the tunnels below or something like that, you know? Like, I don't know. You do you, man. You're the DM, man. Merwald said that I must go to the City of Defiance in search of the Queen. She not talking? Okay, I talk. I see. If it's Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you that you've come a long way for nothing. The Easter Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Merwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end, and he got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. Oh, I know, I'll just stick the endless path under the castle. Yeah, just make like 17 floors underneath. Make it all end with Diablo as the final boss. I could make arrangements to have it repaired, if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. How do I repair the Barbican? Press H to enter your stronghold menu. Then just fix the button. Merwald set aside the materials for the Barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. Beautiful. Alrighty then. What does being the master of Cadnua entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. This may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep security in turn, these will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep. And then there are other things. Shout out Mephisto live. Oh damn, it's Mephisto! Hello, Mephi! Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I unfortunately had to miss most of your Bloodborne stream yesterday. It was like I had to go lay down. My head was killing me yesterday. I was like nearly at 40 degrees body temperature, probably because of like a very short flu, like a bout of hot body temperature. Really, I had the hots. I was hot and moist. I'm sorry, I did not want to say that. Either way, my point is, welcome, and I hope you had a fun time with Bloodborne yesterday. How are you proceeding with that game? Are you gonna stream it today? Actually, I might actually fetch a bit more of the stream today if you stream afterwards. He had the hots. Yeah, I did. Was there anything else, my lord? Oh, what did you mean when you said that this keep was cursed? Merwold's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessor has not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, rather far beneath it. We saw the vision yesterday when we absorbed Merwold's soul, by the way. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless past oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Iderian colonists onward, beasts rise from the endless paths, until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Cad Nua a barren ruin and robbed me of my hopes. My God. Hot and moist. Okay, comrade. We were both streaming Bloodborne yesterday, Mephi. You should do a fucking co-op stream. Mephi and Nephi do the Bloodborns. I would promote the ever-loving shit out of that, because I would be like, hey, my cool friends Nephi and Mephi, the Taxi Bros, are strumming the Bloodborns. Come and say hi and be all awkward about it. I seem to be still dropping some frames. Is it very visible to you guys? Like, can you see like straight up buffering? If it is, I will lower the bitrate. I might lower the bitrate to 3000 or so, just in case. Because I seem to be dropping frames every now and then. I don't think it's my connection, I think it's the connection to the server. I could try change server to something more stable than the Czech Republic server. Can I do this mid-streaming? Can I just like go to settings? No, the server has. I cannot stream I cannot change the server while streaming. Neither can I change the bitrate. Wait, you can change the bitrate mid-stream? Can I just do this, apply, and be done with it? Oh yeah, I can. Cool. Okay, I dropped the bitrate by 500. We'll see if that helps. Oh snap, it's Ivan without his hobby. Isis the reason I like Squilla has this cool tag that tells you what is the game you're playing, and he goes lurking. Enjoy your whatever you're playing, be it what was it, that game from Blizzard, Overwatch, or be it For Honor. Is it For Honor better still open? Virgin Run, Neffy. Yeah, he just recently got the PlayStations, the pleb stations. Alright, the endless paths. That, my friend, is where I must go. Where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath. I think, too, what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Hadirian. Yeah, no, man. What are the endless paths? The endless paths of Odnua. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glenfaddens that this site was cursed. And there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Engwithan named Odnua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths, and filled many of the upper tunnels in with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, 15 floors, and few who have ventured there have returned. Is it 15 or 12? I forget. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Engwithan relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their deaths, I fear. Who is the master below? I could not say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the endless paths, the Engwithan tyrant Odnua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more, but what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen while below the hand of the great statue of Odnua constructed. Perhaps it is the statue of Odnua himself. Not quite, but we'll discover that much later. But I'm not the master of Cadnua, technically. Of course you are! The keep wouldn't have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely entwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be lord of this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before he destroys you. I'm doing limited deaths. For Honor! Craigasm. For Honor is open today and tomorrow too. Oh, that's good. GG on Fume Night. Oh, thanks! That took a lot of time, man. Like, for the first couple of attempts, I was constantly using human effigies for no reason, really, because the health you have is so small that most of the attacks Fume Knight does will insta-kill you, right? So afterwards, I just swapped to the Ring of Binding, because there are a couple of attacks you can survive. Namely, in Phase 1 you can survive most swings of the sword, and in Phase 2 you can survive the Firebolt. But the run where I killed him, I actually got him flawless. Like, there is really no other alternative. Either you get him flawless or he kills you. In Phase 2, most of the attacks just outright murder you. But it was just a battle of attrition. For Honor, like, I was very unsure about For Honor, but I think I'm gonna get it. If I get myself a new GPU, I'm certainly buying For Honor, because it looks a lot of fun. Like, it's basically the epitome of Dark Souls PvP, in my opinion. Of Dark Souls-like PvP, if you want to be more specific. It seems just so much fun, despite the fact that I have the feeling that I would suck terribly at it. But you know, you just go 1v1 and suck there. Don't get any of them bad manners from the peoples. Yes, how can I help you? Nope, never mind. I have to go to find the queen. You must know that this queen you're looking for, Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mequins of Edir haven't trained here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Boudica. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away in repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Merwold kept a ledger as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. How do you update a ledger? You're a statue. You could take a look if you wish. For shizzle. Give me the ledger, my lady. Give me the heat ledger. Then I'll get underway at once. The steward's voice bellies a giddy excitement. No, my lord, that this is but the first and least of a great many undertakings that keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from becoming overrun, as they did under Merwold's keeping. It's a magic fucking statue, Lauren. Jesus Christ. It says it's keeping a ledger. You better believe it. It is a magic fucking statue, but she also says that she cannot do anything but watch. How does one write when you can do nothing but watch? You know? You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and as so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Or would you rather keep maintenance, become XCOM base management? Wait, you would. Of course I would! Of course I would! I would just like take an... If this game allowed me, I would take an axe and start chopping the wood myself, man. I would do that. Oh, but first, of course, the Barbican. It's actually free. Eastern Barbican gates passage to the wooden plains, the crossroad between Canua, Derford, and Defiance Bay. It's done. It's instantaneous, man. Now we can actually restore Bright Hollow, which is actually pretty good. Of course! It will give us some extra prestige. Prestige basically means how much money you're gonna get from taxes, and security is how much money will not be taken by bandits. It's pretty useful. We could go with Bright Hollow Restoration, so we have basically free access to sleeping at... It's Barbican. It's how you pronounce it. It's Barbican, my man. Barbican. I mean, you can call it a Barbican if you prefer, but I'm pretty sure it's Barbican. I mean, it's a very common term here in the farm regions of Slovenia, because you build a lot of Barbicans here when you farm. Of course, here it's defined. Western Barbican literally means like a gate or a wall here, but you know, for us it's more like, hey, keep the rivers from overflowing. I wasn't throwing shade, please. Tis, you always throw shade. You're like the shade master. You're the king of shades, man. Should we go with Bright Hollow Restoration or Main Keep Restoration? Main Keep Restoration will allow us to get a trader soon. Bright Hollow will give us free sleepies in the lands of the castle. I wasn't throwing shade, but one of the city's landmark is the Barbican, so I should know. Of course! Of course! Main Keep. Alright. Let's go. I have a lot of money anyway. I think the Main Keep might be better because then you get the trader here. As well as I believe if you restore the Main Keep, you get events. Like visitors. Visitors start pouring in. Good. Good. I have no resources to rest at. Look,
Yes?
Kana, I know you want to talk.
I was hoping our meeting with Merwold would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kyne the Younger read her father's will.
Who? I did come to the Derwood looking for a new home. There, see? The ship floats yet. This might be good news in the end. Whatever else happens, you've an entire castle to explore, and answers yet to come in Defiance Bay, if Merwold spoke true.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, There are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
Kinda get your shit together. That is exactly not what you said. You said it will give you a base from which to go searching at least, and then there are secrets still to be found beneath the keep. Bro! Read the main dialogue. Okay, now, seriously. Age, party, Kana, dismiss.
Safe travels.
Ivan, re-enter. I believe I can also hire people from here. And Ivan leveled up, actually, so that's cool. That's cool. This is 3 times the rest, you get 1 wound for free. No. We're gonna go with Apprentice Sneak Attack, because Ivan is gonna be the guy that sneaks past the lines, and it's gonna be pretty doodles. Although Savage Attack is also good. We might actually fetch Savage Attacks later on. But Apprentice Sneak Attack seems to be such a good ability if you're going, like, if you're not going to tank people. Whoa, that fashion on Ivan. I know he is fash as fuck. He looks like a Scotsman with these mighty robes that just show up his chiseled chest so well. He must be proud of us. This is not... this is Merwald's Grimoire, and he does not have anything that I... Thrust of Tattered Veils. Hi, Laren. Hi, everybody. Hello, Hola. Let's hola at him, y'all. How are you doing, Hola? And hello. Yes, Ivan. G-baited indeed. G-baited indeed. Durance also is fashion as fuck right now. He's like a Grand Inquisitor. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Doesn't actually one of those 3 guys in Monty Python have a duelist hat like this? One of the 3 Inquisitors? How are you doing, Hola? How are you doing today? Hope the day is treating you well. We're playing some Pillars. Just for a change, of course. When aren't we playing Pillars? Sorry. What did I want to do now? I am a forgetful person. Apparently I'm clever, aggressive, passionate, and honest. Yeah, that sounds like me. Calispera! Calimera? I woke her up late today. You woke up. Well, you said you streamed from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. I believed when you say that you woke up late, man. I do believe that. My day is awesome so far. Got to study some more, though. Studying, the bane of my existence. I'm glad I'm done with university for good. I don't want to return there anymore. Neffy, you asked me to do something. And I'm going to do that. I don't know where I do this. I cannot do it from here? I guess I'm in... never mind, Neffy. Never mind. Lauren reading Greek. Lauren reading Greek.
Yes.
I'll be honest. I speak no Greek. And I cannot even assume to speak any Greek. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Kalimera, Kalispera. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this like good evening and a good day or something like that in Greek? What will you do? Sorry, Neffy. I was like planning on creating the character that you asked me of, but I was sure that you could do it here in the keep. You cannot do it here in the keep. We need to move. We need to move further.
Bit to slick your breeches, scholar lad. That's enough from you.
Now then. Sorry if you hear any noise coming from the background. You did pronounce it correctly. Wait, am I not naked? You are not in fact naked, my friend Ivan. You are in fact wearing a very, very nice little robe that shows your chiseled chest, as well as like a true talent like hat. So you look like a Scotsman right now, Ivan. It's good morning and good day. Okay, I thought as much. Okay. I mean, I have nothing to come by with. I have no idea what any of those mean, but I assume as much. How dare you! Bitch, you look fabulous. Just look at the golden highlights you have here. Do you want the hat to be off? I can put the hat off. The hat does not give you any damage protection, but this chest piece actually does give you damage protection. I can make you... Look, I'm gonna make you naked until I feel like you're really becoming squishy. What is it, Haloth? Haloth seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You can start by explaining what's going on.
I wish I could. But as to walking memories and the old man who can no longer distinguish them from reality, I fear I'm at a loss.
Yes, that is indeed the gold-hemmed set. Essentially, he is scrubbing it up. Hopefully we can find a boar helmet for him, maybe a shield, so that he basically becomes literally a Dark Souls 1 noob.
And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
Bitch, please, I'm gonna be the best. He was out of his mind. I don't play stock in the ramblings of a lunatic.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
Sure thing, bro. Sure thing.
Well?
And there.
That old Watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
Spoilers, these. Spoilers. But it seems like I have a discussion with all the Mercers right now. And they both return in Deadfire, so that's gonna be hype. It makes sense that Adair returns given the plot, but Aloth is gonna be interesting because you can have a few choices on the matter of Aloth. You can kick him out permanently after Act 2, and you can also and you can give him a lot of power at the end of the game if need be. All the single Mercers. You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. That's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
You were going to ask him in front of me anyway. You may as well tell me now.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden. About how he turned against us and fought for Widewind. Been on my mind for some time now.
Yes, what about him?
The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Dyrwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Seras, well, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys...
He shakes his head.
I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Why didn't you ask me for help? Guess 'cause I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says he's a Watcher. Oh yeah, and you could trust Meerwald, who you didn't know either, right? And we had to murder because he was crazy.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. Watcher's not psychic.
Whoa!
I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Give me a second, I'm gonna take a seat while we continue here. Motherfucker! You had to read that line, Mercer. Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. Records? Do you want to speedrun this game, my man? So, why don't you? Adair thinks a moment, his lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrow. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the place. Palace, not place. Don't stop believing. Adair. I wouldn't trust a miniature tree either. Hold on, do that feel. Yeah. It's true though. Neffy has a point. I wouldn't trust a miniature tree with a miniature space piglet.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
I think you can take on the records clerk, but you know, if you're not sure, we can just... It's fine, I don't want Kana, he stinks. Kana stinks, you heard it from me. I don't care if you believe it or not. He does. Officially. From now. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next area, but we're mostly gonna skip it because...
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
Because we are dead tired, and we have no camping supplies. Because, oh Jesus, that's a lot of peoples. Let's not sneak that way. Seems like going off the beaten path takes you bad places. This will lead us straight into the dialogue of someone else, I believe, though. She should be just down here, shouldn't she? Yeah. Yep. And triggering her in 3, 2,
Hush,
1.
Itumok. We'll just wait a little longer.
Hello. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a screensaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large, white-furred fox, standing at her heels, looks up at your approach. I actually forgot that rangers get this the companion animal thingy.
Easy, Itumok. It's not him.
You seem lost. She lifts her head and looks at you. I know exactly where I am. It is my friend who's lost. Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
You don't look very old yourself, though. Can I help you find him? She stops sharpening her arrowhead and slowly folds her arms. That's an interesting question. The last helpful stranger only succeeded in lightening my purse. I think I'll handle this on my own. Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
And so you tried fake clairvoyant and diviners. Becca, what does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitok. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
How can't you find him? There can't be many of your people in the Durwood. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his last reincarnation, which could be anyone. Or anything, perhaps? Have you thought of that, perhaps, my lady? No, did I just spoil your entire quest? Sorry. How long have you been looking for Persok? Her painted brows lower, and her compact muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. It's been 5 years? So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
And it actually must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
Maybe indeed my space piglet is Persok. How could she know? Well, actually she could know because the bear figure has part of his soul, apparently, or something like that. And it lights up wherever Persok is close by. So, yeah, she would know. How does the statuette figure into it? She does the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within. Now, Pillars of Eternity writers, I know that a bear resembles something smooth and round, but a smooth and round thing could very well be a sphere or an egg. That's insulting. Sorry, nitpicking.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it out to you, you feel wisps of sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
See, now that reference, this is lost on me. What if the bear is a smooth operator? That is a bit of a lost reference on me, I'm afraid. Care to help me? Care to help me out? I'm still dropping frames here and there. Again, I will ask, is it visible? Is it physically visible that I'm dropping frames? It might be a thing about the server, because my upload speed should be able to handle 10 times what I'm currently streaming at. If it's visible, I will make sure to try switching servers, even if that means that I will have to stop the stream for a second. But that is the way it is. If it's not visible, then I'll just keep going like it is. Maybe it's broken? She laughs hollowly. Even Skaen wouldn't be that cruel. It's working, I'm sure of it. It's just not as precise as I'd hope. Well, what did you want? A friggin' GPS tracker that beeps when you're like 2 kilometers away from Persok? Like beep 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 beep. Persok could be farther away still. She shakes her head. I spent a year circling the area, thinking the same thing. Got as far south as Ozia and as far north as Fleetback Castle when I realized the figure was going dark again. Same thing happened when I trekked through the White March and circled the bays to the west. I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few Golden Dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 Golden Dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the Twining Trees.
You cannot, you cannot marry Sagani for one particular reason. Well, first and foremost, there are no romance options in this game, aside from hiring some prostitutes in the brothel. Secondly, she is already married with 7 kids, I believe. Probably don't play the video on stream, who knows about copyright shenanigans. Can let me tab out just to check what it is. Sade Smooth Operator official video. Sade Vivo. Yeah, probably best if we skip that. But I'll keep it in mind. I think links goes someplace on my bot, it automatically... I don't think so. I don't have song requests enabled, and even if I did, you would have to put exclamation mark song request, and then it would play the song or something. She's married with 7 kids? No, she's married, and with her lucky husband, they procreated a whole bunch. That's what I meant. I don't think that... I mean, yes, I see how I phrased it incorrectly there, and it actually sounds awkward as fuck. I apologize. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place. Right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figure?
Why?
Please?
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
You raise the Adra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step here. up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Or let's sniff the breeze first. Let's sniff it. Let's sniff it. 7 kids, 5 years hunting a dead person. Worst parent of the year award. Pretty much, isn't it? At least she kept her fox. Breathing deeply, you smell salt in the air. Wherever you're standing, wherever Persok is standing, must be near the ocean, not a lake. It's a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? The question is greeted with shrugs and silence. This is like a friggin', like, you know, geography class in high school. Like the teacher says, we're on top of some cliffs. You smell salt in the air. Where are we? And like the whole class is silent and looks like nervously, and there's some coughing going on, shrugs and sweat on top of your foreheads. You know, that's exactly. She's foxy. Oh, come on. Please don't do that, Tis. Return the figure. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I am a real watcher. She blinks at you for a few times, calculating. If you'd seen the way he stares at dead things, you'd know he's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persok on the way. And we're gonna keep it that way. You just go into my keep. Defend my keep! Okay, now we should actually... I believe we have a clear path all the way to Defiance Bay and start Chapter 2. Afterwards, we can finally rest in a tavern, we can restock on supplies, as well as create Neffy. Neffy! Stay in chat. Because if you don't stay in chat, I'm just gonna make Tis here a character. Or something. If Tis is still there. Tis?
Starting to miss my neighbors.
What did you say? Whatever that was, I don't know what he said. I guess it was a comment on his minor fatigue. Either way, we are now entering Defiance Bay, which is the capital of the Derwood. I will. Oh, Boże. Okay, you were spared, Tis. You were spared for the day. Am I getting me? I mean, I could make you both if you prefer, but if you don't want that honor, Tis, I can make you next stream or something like that. I mean, I'm gonna be making. I was saying that I would be making a viewer in the stream every day, but I've already promised Neffy that I would be creating him. Like last stream we created Van, 2 streams ago we created Ivan. It's not really a raffle thing going on.
Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to Enomancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Wow. Make me, daddy. Don't say that ever again. I'm gonna ban your fucking ass out of my room, man. Someone leaped from my stream yesterday. It made me proud. Aw, that's sweet. Does it actually, like...
It used to be a lot less of a mess.
Does it actually say anywhere to streamers when someone clips some shit? Like, do the streamers automatically get a message? Hey, this guy just clipped. No regrets. Well, that's your prerogative, my friend. If you want to get banned, I can do it right here, right now. I have the power. But I won't, because I'm too kind. I'm just too kind.
Hail and well met.
The man behind the bar is nearly the size of an Amawa. A handle protrudes from his back and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it into one broad hand, but doesn't drink from it. Yes, I would like a room and shit. I'll show you what I got. Please don't. Okay, so let's see. We could actually get a bit of a bonus for perception resolve, dexterity survival, defense from disengaging, athletics, mechanics, ranged accuracy. For now we're just gonna go with the common room, We will decide later on once we
met,
start
friend.
questing and stuff. You have to manually go to clips to the Twitch TV My Clips channel to see. Okay. It doesn't say anything, but you see all the clips that people made of your stream. That's actually pretty fascinating, actually. Actually. I should remove, actually, from my vocabulary. I use that word all the time. I'm looking to hire an adventurer. Okay, who first? Nafi or Tis? Pit fight for me, please. You're gonna cost me 2,000 coppers. You better make it worth it. So, we can make a female or a male for either Tis or you tell me Okay, Nafi! Male or female? Do we make you a lady or do we make you a dude guy? I mean, I know Denmi. Okay. Actually. Alright, we're gonna make Nafi and then we're gonna make Tis. Hopefully they will not be here for 2 years or something. That would be unfortunate, to say the least. I will also explain what classes do if male. Okay. Next, the race. Human, Amawa, Dwarf, Elf, Orlan, Godlike. Thank you, Tis. Oh, how cute. Nefi actually puts the Z as well. We usually just call him Tis with just the T-I-S. We cool broski. Yeah, we both are moderators. You can't really fight each other anyway. So good luck with that if you're not cool with each other. Oh, there goes my stylus. Godlike. All right. Do you want to be a fiery godlike? Do you want to be a death godlike? We have a moon godlike, which is Van, and a nature godlike. One of these are yours to pick. Each of them gets a bonus, a different bonus. Death godlikes get 25 lesser, like, yeah. When Death Godlike attack an enemy with 25% or less endurance, their damage is increased. So basically they're a good finisher. Fire Godlikes, when reduced below 50% endurance, Fire Godlike glow like metal in Forge, gaining damage reduction and doing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. This is a bit of a useless ability, honestly. It's like, if you're at 50% endurance in battle, you're pretty much half dead. Literally. Moon Godlike, we know, it restores health every now and then. Nature Godlike grants a bonus to Might, Constitution, and Dexterity when endurance is below 50. Now, this one is actually pretty useful, because the Fire Godlike implies that you want to get hit even further below 50% health. Nature Godlike is actually really good, for instance, for a Barbarian. A Death Godlike, okay, I like that. You will basically have an anus face, but that's fine. What kind of body mass do you want to have? That of a human, of an Amawa, of a dwarf, of an elf, or of an Orlan? Human is basically average. Amawa is giant, dwarf is a bit smaller, elf is a bit smaller, dwarf is pretty smaller, Orlan is tiny. Death, godlike, off, body type, ... We're gonna have 2 godlikes in the party. The downside of the godlike is that they cannot wear a helmet, but they do get pretty nifty advantages in return. Amawa, Death Godlike, perfect. What class do you want to be? Barbarian, Paladin, Enchanter, Priest, Cypher, Ranger, Druid, Rogue, Fighter, Wizard, or Monk? Keeping in mind that we have a Barbarian, a Chanter, which we don't use technically. We have a Priest, but you can make different types of Priests. We have a Cypher. We technically just got a Ranger, but we also took them out. Amawa. I say Amawa. Is it Amawa? Is it Amawa? I think it is Amawa. Let me check just quick. Aumawa is how you write it, but I think you read it as Amawa from what I remember from dialoguing in the game. Fighter, Wizard, or Monk. We have Fighter and Wizard. We have a Monk, which is Ivan. We do not have a Rogue. Okay, so of the classes, we do not have an active Rogue, Druid, Ranger, Chanter, and Paladin. Wizard or Druid? Choose, Lauren. I see you actually more of a Druid guy. If I'm honest with you, I see you like a Druid guy. I have no idea how a Druid can be a Death Godlike, but I feel like you're a very Druidic guy. I don't know why, despite the fact that you're Norwegian, I always well, like as a Norwegian, you probably would go with barbarian, honestly, but that's just because Vikings, you know, have this barbaric feel to them. But no, I feel like you're more of a druid, if anything. I don't see you being a rogue. Of all the classes, I would say either druid or paladin, but let's all be honest, it was druid all along. I was a druid all along. Of course you were a druid all along. Okay, now you'd pick... Druids even get to pick what animal they get to transform into. And each has a different effect. You can be a bear, a boar, a cat, a stag, or a wolf. Let's see the effects of each. So, bears have a damage reduction, high damage reduction, and can invoke terrifying roar. So, they're more resistant, and they can roar at people so that they get scared. Boar regenerates lost endurance and inflicts damage over time with its melee attack. So basically it inflicts like a bleed kind of attack. Cats, naturally fast and can burst into even faster attacks for a short period of time. By the way, when you say spirit shift cat, they don't really mean a tiny little kitty cat. No, they mean a giant ass walking cat. Stag has higher defenses and can attack groups of enemies with its melee carnage attack, so similar to a barbarian. And Wolf, Spirit Shifts move quickly and has an attack that can knock enemies prone, so basically like the fighter's knockdown attack. You pick your animal, Neffy. You pick your animal. I don't know what is the national animal of Norway? Is it between these? And still I'm dropping some frames here and there. It's not like... It's pretty much potentially like not an issue because I see it's like 2 frames every minute or so. But still bothering me because I'd like to keep that dropped frames counter to 0. But boar! Alrighty, you're gonna be a boar! I don't know what it's gonna look like actually. Alright, give me the stats, my man. Give me the stats. The main here it says that the main stats are might, intellect, and resolve. Might because you want to do damage with your transformation, but honestly, once you get to high levels, you likely will not be transforming anymore as much. I believe transforming also disables spell casting. Constitution might be nice. Like, this is not like D&D. When you transform in D&D, your stats change. Here they don't change, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty goddamn sure they don't change here. Also, Tiny Bird is our national animal. Aw, that's cute. In Slovenia, our national animal, I think, is the mountain goat, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's a mountain goat here. So I would say go with high might and intellect as well, because you're going to have lots of area of effect spells. Very good area of effect spells, in fact.
Time is running out.
Mephisto Life, thank you so much for that host. Much appreciated, my man. I hope you're still doing fine since you were earlier in chat. Wink. I don't know why I winked. I just naturally winked there for some reason. Give me lots of intellect and choose the rest as you see fit, as you are the leader of the party.
Time is running out.
What? I literally headbang whenever I see that message pop up. Thank you so much for the host, Neffy. Much appreciated, my friend. Alright, I'm gonna make you very smart. I'm gonna make you considerably strong. And how about this? We have 2 more points to spend. We can do... Honestly, do you need that reflexes? Probably not. I would give rather more constitution. Yeah, something like that. Now you get to pick which nation you come from. What? Indeed, exactly that. That's basically my reaction whenever this happens, because I am not expecting a host to plop up out of nowhere. But I'm certainly glad that my Twitch alerts is working still. Anyway. PogChamp! PogChamp all day long! Okay, Neffy, bro. Choose your country of origin. The Aedir, which is basically like the Great Empire. Old Valia. Okay, so you're gonna be like you're gonna be coming together from the same place as Ven, which is the other godlike in our party. That's good. What do you want to be as a background? Aristocrat, artist, colonist, dissident, drifter, hunter, laborer, mercenary, merchant, slave. I'd say like drifter or hunter is possibly the most druidic of these. I'm a lurk and study. Alright, have a fun time lurking and hopefully also a fun time studying if it is at all possible. I know it's very hard to have a hard time studying, or rather, it's very hard to have a good time studying. That's what I want to say. I don't know, I mix up words. I apologize, Okay, what you want to be? What you want to be? What you want to be? Tell me what you want to be. Drifter, sounds good. You're gonna have an excellent stealth and mechanics score. Now you get to pick your avatar. We have this, number 15, number 16, and I think that's it for Death Godlikes. Yeah, 15 or 16. It's very hard to have a language, Mr. DeLauren. Yeah, like personally owning a language, which is funny. It's funny because in Slovenian and Italian, language and tongue have the same meaning, and oftentimes you're gonna hear people say, "Hey, I speak Slovenian tongue, excellent." Yeah, 16 sounds good to me. We're gonna try to find a head that. Holy cow, that head looks amazing. It more looks like an active helmet, honestly. It's very hard to have language. Yeah, I read that. Thank you, Frank Lauren. And I want all my colors to be black. That's racist. Come on, bruh. I'm kidding. Same in Hungary, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I have the feeling that it's only not a thing in English. I might be wrong, though. I want to be female body inspector as background. Well, I don't think there is one such thing, but you know, we can actually make your character later on, Mephi. Of course, this turn awaits right after this.
Now I am the leader of the group.
Shh. Yes, I'm flattered.
Let's go.
Steady does it.
Let's go.
I'll lead the way. I'll go on ahead. Ready when you are. I'll lead the way.
I'm here. Silence surrounds me. Oh, yes.
Easy does.
No, that's female.
Watch and learn.
Okay, so Sinister and Feisty are owned by my character and Ivan. Which voice do you want to have? I'd say
They'll never know I'm here.
Smooth feels much like you.
Follow me. Nice and slow. Follow me.
Stoic.
Nothing will slip past me.
Cocky.
Just say the word.
Just like I like it, behind me.
You better run!
Noble. Alright, noble it
The
is.
better part of valor.
And the name? You actually didn't tell me a name. I could just go with Driver, Neffy. But if you want another name, just tell me. Tis, if you're still here, you can just start spamming all the options of your character, so we can make it faster if you wish. Because you're well aware of how the game works, and as such, you can just start shooting out options to me. And I'll include you in the parties. If that is what you like. Yes! All caps. Thanks, brother. Yes! Yes! Let's wait and see what Neffy says for his name. Driver Neffy is requested to seek a name immediately and write it down to chat, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to also pick like between Hearth Orlan and something else. There are two kinds of Orlans. Like there is the ones that are like my character, and then there is make my stats optimal. All right, min-maxing 3 perception, 20 dexterity. Sure thing, bro. Neffy got a fire, but your Neffy got a death, really. But fine, Neffy got a fire. You sound like a boss in Dark Souls right now. We're gonna temporarily be fucking Aloth.
Farewell.
Bye. Read what I wrote then. Sorry. Jesus. Make my stats optimal as you see fit because I never laid a rogue in this. Laid? You never laid a rogue? Sorry.
Good day to you.
Okay, let's hire another adventurer, which is gonna be Tis. It's gonna be, as I said, female. Orlan. So you get to pick between Hearth and Wild. Wild Orlan's, just like my character, after being subjected to a will attack, Wild Orlans temporarily gain a bonus to all defenses. Pretty lame. Hearth Orlan. When attacking any targets that is also being targeted by a teammate, Hearth Orlans convert some of their hits into crits. This is pretty good. Also, I also never laid a rogue. Actually, the DLC adds a rogue NPC. In the base game, you don't get an NPC from the character pool that is a rogue. All right, make me Hearth. Feels good. Feels good to me. Rogue. We can pick between Crippling Strike, which is twice per encounter hobbled for 10 seconds, or once per encounter blinded for 10 seconds. I like Crippling Strike, honestly. It's better. It's a better thing. Now, for stats, as much as this might sound illogical, you really need a lot of strength for that extra damage. A few points in Constitution always come in handy. Probably some Dex for that action speed. But you really don't need Intellect for this. Why is it negative scores though? For I guess because because they're standard. Orlans start with a lower, or rather a higher intellect. We could just put a couple of points into each perception. Like, why would you need a perception with an Orlan? Or rather with a rogue? For the interrupt? The accuracy is not that big of a deal, but the interrupt? I mean, we could go for a couple of points in perception so you can also get extra reflex saves. And I'd say concentration, deflection, and will, or area of effect, duration, and will. I'd say go with resolve, something like that. I think this is actually okay. Like, we don't have to min-max perception, intellect, and resolve. We can just go with higher scores for these three, and still have a nice chunk of health bonus as well as dexterity and strength for extra attacks and attacks damage. Which country do you want to be part of? Bloodborne or DS3? Bloodborne. Definitely Bloodborne. Clips, Twitch TV, Driver Neffy, Grotesque, Cormorant, Twitch Raid. I'll check that immediately. Probably not right now, because you could then... Arguably you could sue me for that. But I'm just gonna open the tab and close the tab. So basically... God damn it, I covered my OBS and my... There we go. No, that's no good! There, that's better. Okay, I need to see the preview window because that is basically what Twitch Alerts is gonna give me. Sorry, not Twitch Alerts. Streamlabs. Streamlabs is what it's called right now. White the Twins, why not? Kappa. You're a hairy Orlan. What do you want to be? An aristocrat, drifter, explorer, hunter, laborer, merchant, or mystic? BB Mephi. Yep. I agree. Bloodborne is a more fun game than the Dark Souls 3. I never played it. I likely never will play it, but I enjoy watching it a ton. It's just, I don't know. Despite like being very dark and very like gray and brown and black in the color palette, it's just so it's aesthetically pleasing. You know what I'm saying? It's like eye candy. Drifterino. Actually, I think this might change your... No, it doesn't change your armor, never mind. Yes, you have a fur bikini. Now pick between portraits. 77, 78, or 79. Of which the third is likely the other kind of Orlan that I'm forgetting the name of. Also the colors and the name. If you write all of those information down, I can create you really fast. Also, you can pick between head 1 and 2, as well as hair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20, and 21. I do like that offer though. 78 colors as much teal as possible, of course. Even the skin? Let's not go with the skin. Colors. Teal. Teal. Well, teal would be a bit darker, wouldn't it? Technically. There isn't really a good teal color here. Let's go with this for now. Afro hair. Sounds good. Hair color and the skin color. We can also make... We can make you basically a teal bush. A teal bush. But I would rather go with like black hair or something. And skin we could go with literally any of these upper ones. Maybe this one still. But this one feels so unnatural. Name Auntie Galb. I like that. I like that reference. But I think you can change all of this. Now, come and think of it. The latest patch, 3.0. It's not really the latest. 3.03 is the latest. But 3.0, I believe, actually added some possibilities to change this post-creation. Yeah, the voice.
Let's go! Now, I am leader of the group.
I'm here. Quietly now. I'm here. I'm here.
Let's go!
Nice and slow.
I'll teach you a lesson! You're mine!
Easy now. To whispers and shadows. Eh?
You pick a voice if you're so interested in it. It's not like you're gonna talk a lot. It's just like the shrugs and groans of combat. Nothing more than that. Mystic for the lols. Sounds good to me.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
And the name is Auntie Galb. Perfect. And we're going to presently replace... Can I replace my character? No? Oh, that's sad. I guess we're gonna replace Durance for the time being.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
You don't have to quit forever, Durance. You just stay there for a bit,
Yes.
for a while. Okay, let's level up Neffy first. We're going to give you some athletics, some survival. Sounds good. You're pretty much going to be also attacking melee a lot early on. Alrighty, so let's see. Wild Strike. Okay, Neffy, if you're still here, pick what kind of Wild Strike ability do you want to have. Basically, this is what kind of damage you're going to be doing with your animal claws, or rather animal, whatever, fangs you're going to be using as a boar. You can have Burn, Corrode, Freeze, or Shock. Corrode is basically like some sort of acid. It really doesn't matter. It's not. There is no particular advantage over the others. I'd say maybe Burn is the best. I think Fire is the best in regards to the expansion pack. I think there's a lot of things weak to Fire in the expansion. I might be wrong though. But anyway, there is always going to be like some place where one of these abilities is going to be worse than the other. You can keep Miss Galb off if you don't need them. Having her in is a nice enough tribute. Burn, please. I'm a god of fire. That makes sense. It would be actually quite ironic if you were a death god-like with the name God of Fire and then have like an ice damage attack. Also, I'll need to leave in a bit, unfortunately, just as a heads up. Set the abilities and stuff as is optimal for you. As for characters, we're probably gonna do a lot of rotating anyway, because we're gonna have a lot of characters in the end. It's gonna be dependent on the situation we're playing. I want to still advance the story of the characters, because I might actually release this character into Pillars of Eternity 2 once it's released, I believe, in 2018. And in that case, I'd like to basically have all the character stories advanced as much as possible. No one likes to see me bloodburn because I use Hunter's Axe. To be fair, Mephi, I actually told you to use the cane, because I never saw anyone use the cane. Everyone is using either the Saw Cleaver or the Axe. Like, every time I see Bloodborne, oh, let's go with the Saw Cleaver because it's optimal. And then there's like the odd speedrunner which is gonna pick the axe. And it's gonna be like, I pick the axe because it's do more damage. And then damage, knowledge. And then you go... and I went like, I never saw the cane. It's probably ass. I don't care if it's ass or not. I was like, pick the cane, please. I never saw it. Pick the cane. You're probably gonna suffer a lot because of it. Pick the cane. And you're like, I'm gonna go with an axe. Motherfucker. Nah, it's fine, man. It's fine. You probably can replace those, or rather, just get them anyway, so it's not really a big issue. I just never saw the cane, personally. That's why I suggested it. It's probably ass. Neffy can confirm. I'll do a cane run for me. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, if I get to catch your stream, that is. That would be pretty useful. Anyway, before I do anything else, let's see here what we should pick. Probably, yeah, these two. Athletics and stuff. Athletics and stuff, exactly. Why you didn't tell me that yesterday? I told you that yesterday. I will do a cane run for Lauren too. Everyone do a cane run, like it's gonna be a cane day today. You could say that you're gonna be very canine about it. Do you want to have a better wild strike, Neffy? Is that what you want? Okay, Neffy can do it. Can I get a cooler looking armor later? Absolutely, we're gonna replace armors anyway. Probably something not too slow though, not a full plate or something. Lauren, you must watch Philosophy, he always uses a cane. Well, that makes sense because he is a lore master. Lore masters should use canes, man. Better burn. Sounds good to me. More damage, man. More damage early. Alright, that's you leveling up. And now I'm gonna level up Tis, who is currently not here. Of course, we're gonna have to level up some stealth, but I'm also gonna give it survival. A 6 in survival would be optimal, honestly. But right now we're gonna go with extra stealth. Backstab is nice. 150 melee and range damage if you're invisible. The rogue may use melee or ranged weapons, but must be within 2 meters of the target. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Backstab looks nice for a rogue. More stealth. Certainly not mechanics. More survival. No. Maybe mechanics is not a bad idea. Let's go with survival and mechanics. Or let's go with athletics and... No, let's go with survival and mechanics. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Blinding Strike. Reckless Assault causes the rogue to dive into battle without a second thought, lowering his or her deflection, but increasing accuracy and weapon damage. Damage is modal. It's actually not bad if you're in the rears. It's not bad. Escape. It's deflection or flex for 10 seconds. Passive. 10% of the hits converted to crits. It wouldn't be that bad. But I'm gonna go with Reckless Assault. It's gonna make it basically like half Berserk. Why are you cringing? Why are you cringing, Neffy? Do you have something against the philosophy? Do you have anything against the philosophy, Neffy? Do you have anything against him? Anyway, more stealth, more mechanics. No, more survival. Screw mechanics. Shadowing Beyond. Twice per rest, invisible, immune to engagement, untargetable, break engagements for 10 seconds, or deflecting assault. It is modal. Oh, it modifies Reckless Assault. You get +5 deflection. It's not that great of a bonus. I'm gonna go with Shadowing Beyond. Okay, and we're done here. Excellent. We're going to be doing some rotation later. First, we're gonna start some quests, probably. What is it? Let me think. I'm kind of forgetting where every interesting quest starts. I think we want to go to the market square and start... I have no feeling whatsoever towards B. Fair enough. I usually cannot catch his streams because he doesn't stream at an hour where I can watch. But, you know, that's side notes. Anyway, I'm gonna be checking the merchant stalls here. Perengund is here, actually. Hello again, the Orlan woman says in a familiar tone. Thanks for visiting my store. I'm still trying to recover from losing the cargo. Yeah, that's the lady that we've met at the bridge. My inventory isn't what it used to be, but hopefully I've got something for you. Something you'll like. So she sells traps. But most importantly, she sells some camping supplies, which we're gonna buy right now. I do believe, yeah, Igrun here sells weapons and armor, possibly
well met,
too.
friend.
Let's come to take a look. You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in the Defiance Bay. Outside Sunlit, of course. Let's see what you got for sale. Shatterstar, what with the lady's hand. It's a unique scepter. Lost Thane's Reach is a unique pike. I hate pikes. He's pretty cool, but I also didn't catch him the last few weeks. Probably he didn't stream. I think he said he could not stream, in fact, for the last couple of weeks now. But I think he was just returning or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, do I have anything to sell? Usually ingredients you want to keep for yourself. Nothing in particular that I would like to sell, no. Now, let's see. For Neffy, we're going to buy him. Jesus Christ, pistols are expensive. What kind of weapon would you like to use, Neffy? In the meanwhile, I'll do some purchases for... and also armor. What kind of armor would you like to use? In the meantime, I will be buying some gear for Auntie Galb here. We will go with two weapons would be optimal. Probably a rapier, the rapier. And she already has a spear, right? No, she has a pike. What if we use the unique pike on her? Maybe it's gonna work out better because we're not going... Where the heck did that weapon go? Oh, it's here. Pikes suck. I agree, Ivan. Unfortunately, in this game, they might suck a bit more than necessary. Estoc. Kappa. Scepter. I don't know. And Demon's Armor? Demon's Armor? I mean, there is no Demon's Armor, but we can get the closest thing looking to a Demon's Armor for the time being. You cannot wear a helmet, unfortunately. We could give you... How much is a scale mail? 35 speed recovery, negative. I think scale mail would be fine, and... Scepter is ranged. Scepter is a ranged weapon, by the way. And it's actually optimal to have a ranged weapon as a druid. Since you're not going to be very tanky unless you start fighting in melee. Scepter, I think, is a good choice. If we can find it. Scepter. Alrighty. Oh, that looks swag. That looks very swag. You can have the axe on your offhand. And you're gonna take my pike. Yeah, the irony of that is actually spectacular. Actually, I'm gonna put on your offhand the unique sword here, because no one else is gonna be using it for a while now.
Yes.
Now, let me remember some quests here. As a matter of fact, I don't remember many quests from here. Scrivener's Dormitory, Lumdalas. Oh yeah, I remember that quest. I should probably start it first. I'm way more swag than Ivan of Jesus. You're gonna take my pike. Mm-hmm. She's taking all the pikes, if you know what I'm saying. It's Auntie Galb. She's an aunt, for fuck's sake. Calm your tits. You know what I could use right now? A good coffee. A good coffee would be amazing right now. I think I'm gonna take a break later and take that miserable bastard and take a coffee. But first, let's talk to this lady. Kenra, a woman, sits by herself, spinning something on a table in front of her and watching with furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin, and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up with one hand and slams a half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. She's pissed. Tell you what, everyone that is in chat right now, you're gonna have to pick a faction that I'm gonna be joining. Do you want me to join the Paladins? Do you want me to join the Mercenaries? Or do you want me to join the Spies, essentially? It's not more like Spy, more like Thieves. One of the three factions. Thieves, Mercenary, or Pallies. That's just a gross approximation for those of you who've played the game and know what I'm talking about. Ivana, why do I get a feeling that you love carbonated water? Always hated it and now I can't drink it. Damn, my sixth sense failed me. I stopped Paladins. Okay, Paladins win. Fair enough. Knights of the Crucible it is. What are you doing here? She takes a long drink from her glass, just trying to calm down and trying to talk myself out of something foolish. What is it? She says nothing for a few moments, as if hoping you'll leave. At last, Kenra looks up at you, and lamplight falls across her face. A purpling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. There's something I need to give to my fiancé Pernish? Let's call him Pernish. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly a pleasant company. Who the fuck hit you? She shakes her head. I know how this looks, but you don't understand. It's not like Pernish. It's these new friends of his. They brought out the worst in him. Tell me about these new friends. They came into my house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Pernish makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift, but not under my roof. She scowls and then winces, her fingertips gently probing her bruise. Zvef changes you, I guess. The Pernish I knew wouldn't have squashed a spider. I never thought he'd. She trails off, still feeling the swollen, discolored flesh. Taxi bro! Taxi bro! The taxi bros have voted! Why can't you drink it now? If you hate it, you should never drink it. I guess that he had some bad experience with it recently. Like I did. I did have a bad experience with water, sparkling water. And that is, when was it? In last September actually, I was drinking some water and it had some sparkling water and it had actually a bit of a chlorine aftertaste, like chlor, right? Little did I know that 2 hours later I would be barfing the ever-loving shit out of my stomach. So I guess that water actually poisoned me. So I had some poisoned water or something like that along the lines that basically burned my stomach. It was not a pleasant feeling. But it must have not just have been the water, it must have also been tiredness in that day. I remember being particularly tired because I slept nothing. And I was also stressed, particularly stressed that day. Maybe I should go talk to him. Her hands rest on the table and she clenches it into a white-knuckled fist. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand and a ring clatters onto the table. It was his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. She points to her bruise. But I've heard you're trustworthy. If you give this back to him, he'll know we're done. So right now, basically, it's triggering the honest perk that I have, right? Not the honest perk, like my characteristic is that my character is honest, and she recognizes me because of it. Tap water in most of Europe It was his Slavic cousin. I believe it. Tap water actually here is above average quality, generally speaking. Look at that. Look at the 12 bragging rights you have. It's the most of chat, actually. Believe it or not, it is the most you have in chat. Right now, you have it exactly the same amount as I do, and Lovrobot does. But anyway, I digress. Now, the water was... It's not that the tap water is subpar. In fact, I'm drinking tap water right now. Like, this water that I have right here, that you cannot hear. This water is tap water. We have very good tap water, but incredibly expensive in Slovenia. It's incredibly expensive here. I'll take this ring to Prunish then. She looks at you and nods. The house is just north of here. Just please don't hurt him. You seem like the forceful sort, but I don't want to get anyone getting hurt over this. That goes for Prunish or me. Am I a pro? I'm not that... I mean, yes, I am. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, so... Luauron Senpai, notice me. Dalek, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How you doing? When was this last time you were here? Like 3 days ago, I believe? When I had the big-ass raid. How are you doing? How's the Americas treating you, my friend?
Big! Big! Woohoo! Big! Look at him with his little tail.
Adair is hype about the piggy. About the space beagle. Now, which is the house? Pernish house, that's it. But, there we go. Alrighty then, let's enter. Okay, let's see what these Zvev pushers are actually doing in this house. Mercenary, addict, mercenary, addict. Hello, Pernish. Okay, let's position our party as if we were ready for combat for no discernible reason, really. Okay, Ivan, you're going to stand beside the casters here. My character will be drawing the aggro of the main doors, I believe. Tis, or rather Antigalb, will be sitting behind the lines, and these two can sit right here with their ranged weaponry.
Good day to you.
The man before you flashes you a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. My name is Pernish, and this, he gestures to the room around you, is my humble abode and place of business. And I do hope you're in here to do some business. He glances at the nearby guard. Give him Kenra's ring. Kenra asked me to give you this. Pernish takes the ring and turns it around in his fingers. Nice. What's it for? You don't recognize the wedding band you gave Kendra? Pernish laughs. Oh yeah, I see now. She's making a statement, is she? Good reasons to her, then. Sorry I ever spent the coin to begin with. Now, is that all? Seems a difficult thing to forget, giving your grandmother's ring to someone. Maybe she just is not... Maybe she's just not worth remembering, eh? Pernish snorts. Well, you're playing lapdog for her and all. Why don't you go back and tell her to keep clear of here? Say... How dare you hit your own fiancée? How can you live with yourself? She was asking for it, Pernish growls. Sort of like you right now. Maybe you ought to quit digging around in affairs that don't concern you. Me, I got business to get back to. He points. Doors that way. Something's not right here. And I don't plan on leaving until I find out what's going on. I'm good, Lauren. How's my favorite lumberjack? I mean, technically speaking, I'm not a lumberjack. I don't cut trees. I do load pellets into our pellet heating machine. Like... central heating machine in the house. I do load pellets there, wooden pellets. So I guess that's as close as a lumberjack gets. But I'm doing pretty fine. Yesterday I was pretty ill, that's why I haven't streamed anything. Today I'm doing pretty okay. That's why I'm streaming right now. Squilla has gotten 100 followers each day the last 5 days. Acceptable. Is there like a statistics site, or are you just following closely? Because I believe like, what was it? Twitchstats.io. That site just disappeared out of nowhere. That qualifies you as a lumberjack. Perfect! I'm a lumberjack then. But yeah, I'm doing pretty fine right now. The temperature seems to have fallen. My weakness seems to have passed out. Good things happening. What was I saying? And there is my short-term memory triggering again. I was saying something, wasn't I? Oh yeah, the Twitch stats. Is there a site that follows that, Nafi? Purnish eyes narrow. Then you won't be leaving at all, friend. I was tired of wearing this face anyhow. He raises his voice. Guides to me! And poof, he turns into a very, very scary wizard. Wait, why did I unpause there for a moment? It does not matter. Ivan attack, you there knock out Nerd before he casts that fireball, please. Ivan attack this guy. Van attack the caster. You turn invisible. Neffy, you could turn into a boar right now. Excellent. Okay, he got knocked down. He'll get up again. Whenever someone brings him down. Okay, now let's see this going on. Okay, so this is the shape change that you have right here, Neffy, if you see. It's you're a big ass boar right now, yeah? Okay, now she can cast the Mind Blades on this Smirk. Cast it. Right, you can go there and stab it for 36. Stop! Nereid staggers back, holding a bloody hand in front of him. I give up! Just leave it all go peacefully, alright? Too late! Am I still alive? Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm doing fine. This is fine. Attack this guy. Can you actually cripple him? Crumple the kid. Just fucking crumple him. Ivan can kick forcefully. She did not cast the blades, did she? She did now, but unfortunately the guy got murdered before. That's not a problem. You two use that. Right now we would need a healer. But I decided to keep this party set up for a tiny bit. Up until we decide to do some serious questing. Then we're just gonna rotate party members. We're probably gonna be keeping 2 party members from the roster that we're just building up. And the rest we're just going to... pick between the NPCs for story progress. Okay, so... Just since he had 20,000 followers streaming Tuesday, and now he has 500 more. Ah, okay, so basically you're averaging it out. There are sites that follow that stuff, yes. It looked like I wrecked them all. I mean... Part of them, yeah. But don't worry, you get more opportunities to wreck more people right now. You didn't actually get hit back there. I forgot that the transformation is instant. You just hit him for 47 damage! Okay, stop. 45! What on earth? Look at the damage you're doing! And 9, because you probably grazed him, I would say. Yeah, you grazed him with that roll. 48! Wow! What kind of damage? 22 to 34 times 2? Whoa! Jesus Christ! I forgot how strong the power, the shape change of Druid is. That's really powerful, man. Yeah, you're wrecking things, man. You're wrecking things. You could easily replace Ivan permanently. Godlike, debated. I know, right? Okay, let's go upstairs. Maybe there's more things upstairs too. Mercenaries, perfect. Okay, back off. We want this guy in front. Ivan side. My character side. Ortigalb closely behind. Attack. That is not Ivan actually, that's Neffy. I mean, Neffy could also go in the front, but right now we're gonna use him as a caster just to show you what a druid can do with spells. How do you like your insects, Neffy? Because you're just gonna be casting some at your enemies. And everyone has like insects plaguing them right now. It's pretty fun times for everyone. A joy for all the family. Poof! And there goes that guy. Monks are fun. Okay, what else do you have? Let's try to see what you do with attacks. What are you doing? Ah. Ivan, please don't die. Okay, that's good. That's good. You knock this guy down. It's a bit of a choke point right here, right now, but it's fine. You can probably attack from range, that's fine. What else do you have that is cool? This is pretty cool, I believe. It doesn't show any effect whatsoever, but it did something. I'm loving all of it. You better love all of it. Wow, we just got a ton of fine weapons. It's not a bad deal. Greatsword I'm not really interested in. We're gonna put it inside the goddamn chest. Musty Bronski as well. We can just put everything else in the chest. Okay, let's see what this flail and stuff that we have do. 30% of the grace is converted to hits, so basically very weak attacks is pretty good with this one. It's crush damage too. It's a bit less damage because it's a fast weapon. This one does have more accuracy, and this one has damage reduction bypass, but it's again a fast weapon. We could go with something like this. Power stancing, flail, and spear. Beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah, we could go with that. Maybe swap them like this, because the spear does more damage and has more accuracy. We're gonna swap some weapons with our guy. See how that goes for us. We're just gonna be stealing everything from this house like no one gives a fuck. Classic D&D. And we're gonna be opening that door with the key we just recently got, the Rusty Bronski. Look. A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises, and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. God help me, please no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Berat. You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Purnish. This is my house. You have to help me. And who was that downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nirid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, and tortured me. And now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling swerve inside my house. He blinks. Also, Lauren, I did horribly in the stream. Last Sunday was the first time in many months that I played Bloodborne, and I made it past Amelia with 0 deaths on my first try. Yesterday, it was the time of stream to stream the limited deaths, and I died over and over to pleb enemies in Central Yarnam. Something changes when I stream. I get anxious. I get anxious as well, man. Normally I am better at this game, I'm not gonna lie. Normally I'm much more careful with this game. But like, I try to focus on too many things, and then all of a sudden, like, some sort of anxiety kicks in as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I get very anxious very fast. To the point that when I first streamed this game, the morning I woke up, because it was the early stream, if you remember, at 9 AM. That morning I woke up with a huge stomach ache, like cramping stomach. That is pretty much self-explanatory. It's one of the causes of anxiety, really. When you're anxious, you just feel that. I mean, again, it's not something that I got diagnosed, but I can clearly say, because I can clearly say I have anxiety attacks. Because if I think of certain things, it just makes me, like... It's not really panic, but it's something similar to panic. Like, I get scared thinking of space. If I think of being stranded in space, in a vast emptiness, it just triggers me. It just triggers me. And same with the ocean. If I am, like, stuck in the middle of nowhere in an ocean, it triggers some sort of panic system in me. My stomach starts hurting, my head starts spinning. It's pretty bad. I don't understand how Squilla does it. Focuses 100% on the game and also on the stream. I can either talk but don't play, or play okay but don't look at chat at all. Well, for instance, one of the things that actually bothers me when I stream right now is how I have the setup. My left monitor is the game monitor, my right monitor is the stream monitor, like I see the chat and everything. I don't have pop-up chat. I probably should have pop-up chat, that would help a lot, because then I could have my chat be right on the border of my gaming screen, so I could just look very closely. Right now I have to rotate my head like much harder, like almost 90 degrees, just to read chat. So I guess it's also a matter of setting things up, but not only, also it's like attention spam and such things. Like, right now what I'm doing is talking to you and I'm not playing the game. Squilla could easily be playing the game right now. I don't know how he does it, honestly. I really don't understand it either. I guess there is just natural talent in some people and in others not. I can see that being a problem, yes. It is a mild problem that you have to rotate your head. As well, you might hear that the sound gets different as I tilt my head towards chat and when I talk directly into the gaming screen, right? He just turned up all of a sudden. Pernish looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung in onto a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I need that money. Do you though? What exactly happened? He sent over the wizard Nirid, the man downstairs, Pernish shudders, to make up for the lost copper. I guess, and to hurt me while he was at it. It feels like it's been days. He's already taken care of. Pernish stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare's finally over. He grins weakly, then seems to remember something. You have no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kinra. Only after whatever Nirid put her through. I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her about Zvev, about what I do. I could make it worth your while. A discount, maybe. I mean, I could be aggressive, but I'd rather not be, because I don't want the discount. I would, optimally, I would just tell him, hey, could you please just man the fuck up and go tell her yourself, you dickwad? And also a good thing because you can focus more on the game with your setup. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I can focus more on the game right now. Like, do you have... I guess you don't have two monitors, Neffy? I don't... Like, I guess you stream... Do you stream through the PlayStation? One moment. Excuse me about that. I actually got what I was thinking about just going to take. A cup of coffee! Delicious. Option 2? Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decision rather than lie to her. Exactly. I know, and I cannot force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Svev, or me, if she finds out. Oh, come on. I sit on my couch and have the laptop on the table in front of me and the TV behind that again. Okay. Well, the problem is, like, I guess, for if you're playing something like Bloodborne, it's gonna be harder to focus on two screens, which you have, like, if you have a laptop in front of you and, like, the screen, the TV screen behind you, it might be a bit difficult to focus on both screens. But if you had, like, two screens, one beside the other one has the chat, maybe that would be easier for you too. But you stream directly from the PS Nephew, or I just have my Twitch channel open with video on pause, so I just read the chat. Yes, directly from PS4. Okay. That makes sense, actually. But does the PlayStation 4 actually have an option to read comments from it? Like when you stream from the PlayStation? Also, sorry, I'm enjoying my cup of coffee. Delicious coffee! I die and suck at the game when I look at my laptop, yes. Well, that's generally like what you shouldn't do. Like, you don't look at the laptop when you probably are in a fighting sequence. Don't push your light, Purnish. If he laughs nervously. If I learn one thing, is not to cross a person with a dangerous reputation. I'll be here if you need anything. Anything at all. Goddamn fucking straight you will be. Dickwad. And Ven actually leveled up. Sweet things. We're going to level up her survival a bit more, yes. We can go with mental binding for, what was it? Paralyzed for 10 seconds. Arifet stuck. That's actually not a bad spell at all. Psycho Vampiric Shield. Resolve minus... Ah yeah, that's it. Recall Agony is good, but for later levels probably. We're gonna go with Mental Binding. Greater Focus, 10 max focus, Draining Whip. Whip. Extra damage, or rather, extra focus gain from the whip. Actually, is House of Cards, next season of House of Cards coming in is anytime soon? I'd like to watch that right about now. Psychic Backlash, passive once per encounter, stand for 4.1 second. They target the Cypher's Will defense. I think Draining Whip is the best right here. Let's see if there's one of these that I want. 8 deflection, 8 reflex, 40 seconds. Area of effect. In a 3.55 radius once per encounter. Norm damage, nah, that's not great. Outlander's Frenzy is not that useful for this. This is also once per encounter, you can cast some missiles, I guess. Rhymer's Summon is kind of eh. Runner's Wounding Shot, this might be good actually. It's once per encounter though. I'm gonna go with the Draining Whip. I think that's gonna be good. It's like the PC streamers what make a small game and a lot of stuff on the screen. I hate that. Yes, I hate that so much. They have the game and a huge frame around with the text and moving objects and shit. One of the worst streams to look at for me is Ghostasia's stream. What do you mean? Like they have an overlay with a lot of shit all around the screen, like on the sides and stuff like that. Like Squill also has like the information thingy on the bottom. Is that what you mean? Like clogged screen with lots of shit around the place? It doesn't have that much things around. Yeah. I think I understand what you mean. Yeah, something like Squilla and Hob do minimally with their little thing on the bottom of the screen, right? Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple of streamers that really exaggerate on that. Like, they have like a nice little square here above. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, follow me on 4chan or something like that. And then they have like a camera that it doesn't have a green screen. Now, with the preface that I don't hate face cams. Actually, I think face cams add a lot of value to some streams. But what bothers me is when they have like a face cam the size of 1/4 of the screen. 1/4 of the screen, and there is not even like a green screen going on, right? If you're gonna make your face like this big, that's fine. Just please put some transparent background. Latest follower, latest donation, latest sub goal, and then yeah, they also have like highest historical donator, highest donator of the day, highest donator of the year, highest donator of the week, highest donator of the hour, giveaway, with blimping alerts and like that Snoop Dogg GIF image. I almost said GIF there. Sorry. Well, that can that can be made slick too. It can be, yes. You can actually do it nicely if you like time it. I think OBS has this option. Like for instance, you have a nice, like, you know Dance Gaming, how he does things? Dance Gaming has actually a very nice overlays for subscribers and followers. No, followers no longer, but subscribers and resubscribers and donators. Like it's a nice little blob that appears in the middle and then moves to the top. That is one of the nicest looking interfaces that I've seen, actually. Novus! I'm going to have to replay all of Pillars of Eternity and its 2 expansions before Deathfire comes out. You have a lot of time. I believe Deathfire is set for Q2 2018, if I'm not mistaken. I might have read mistakenly, but I think it's going to be during spring of the next year.
Greetings.
So plenty of time still. No, wait. Goodbye. Also, welcome to the stream, Novus. I'm sorry I haven't really greeted you. I just read your comment. Of course you're here. I don't give a fuck about you, man. Hello? Is the lady gone? Oh, I guess I completed the quest without even thinking about it. Well, sucks to be me, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna do now something that BRB feels bad, man. Bye, Naffy. Love you, Naffy. Someone tell the madman that I love him. Squill Edgelord. Is Squilla streaming already? I have to do my due and start moderating for him and be like, OMG Scoots. You should not be saying that in chat. OMG Scoots. Unacceptable. OMG Scoots. Looks like we're having a lot of fun. Fungineer. Do you need to wash your butthole again, Neffy? He washes his butthole a lot, doesn't he? A young boy watches the passers-by and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick, furtive effort to pocket his coins. OMG Scoots. Actually, my girlfriend suggested me something for the stream, and that is to upload a better Twitch TV emote with my, like, not an OMG Scoots face, it would be my face, but it would be like, because I do one of these raised eyebrow faces, which, like, as she explains it, she says that it looks like disgusted but half intrigued.
Hey, mister, want to know a secret?
He wipes his nose with a sleeve. Disgusting.
I know a real good secret.
You know a real good secret. You have the best secrets, my friend. Looks like we have a little hustler here. Someone raised this kid right. What is it? He shrugs and clasps his hands behind his back, kicking a loose pebble.
I just saw folks hiding some really neat things. I could show you here, but Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers.
His eyes slowly roll up too.
But maybe you can help me with something? Then we wouldn't be strangers.
Okay, what is it? Gordy's voice suddenly rises in a pitch and tempo. The Crucible Knights. The Crucible
Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It is the best steel around except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore.
He stops long enough to catch his breath.
Anyway, there's this merchant over by the expedition hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel.
His eyes grow large and round.
He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers. But that's not true. I know lots about daggers. I know about different kinds of steel. I know I know how the Crucible Knights make them in a forge. I know that the tip can pierce Stalgorge scale armor, and one that's good and sharp can cut through bone, and I have no voice left. Please save me. See, I know plenty about daggers, and I really, really want this one. And if you could just get it for me, I promise I'll never ask anyone for anything ever again.
I used to have a knife when I was his age. I don't know a better way to learn what you should and shouldn't stab. I say give him a chance. Sounds reasonable. I'll get for you. I have a knack for business, I do. Can't counter. Gordy jumps up and down, whooping and hollering.
I knew a real adventurer would understand.
He points out to a large building.
There's a big merchant over by Admet's den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. I'll wait right here for you.
His gap tooth green stretches from ear to ear. Gap tooth? Ew. Go to the fucking dentist, kid.
It's
been 2 hours already? My god, time flies when streaming. Time flies. How is the situation with levels? It's pretty good. Actually, what I should do is a trick. I'm gonna do this real quick. Maybe we're gonna do some squad rotation as well. Hope Deadfire has romance in it. I'm a sucker for good romance, Jaheira and memories. Oh yeah. Baldur's Gate 2 had very good romances overall. I mean, except for female option. Females didn't have that good of an option with Anoman, honestly. But that's besides the point. But Jaheira, Viconia, and Aerie were pretty good, I think. Bioware certainly hits the spot with that things. Probably also Mass Effect Andromeda is gonna have something cheesy going on. But we'll see what Obsidian does. I believe Neverwinter Nights too had romance options of their games, right? The Ranger guy, wasn't he like a romance option in Neverwinter Nights too? As well as, well, female characters had some half romances going on in Kotor 2 with Atten and the Disciple, whatever his name was. Disciple was something with an M, I believe. I don't remember. I'm gonna just do something real quick, and that is we're gonna swap out these guys, except for a moment. Go back to the party screen and re-recruit them. What this should do is, I believe, theoretically give them more experience. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I lie. Probably they have to be rotated out for longer. I mean, we could try that. We could, like, rotate out temporarily Tis and Van.
What is it?
Keep Neffy and bring back Durance. I'm gonna do that and see what happens after a quest. Had romance, but they also... Yeah, they were not... Like, Obsidian does not do great romances, in my opinion. Obsidian is not great for romances, for sure.
Sure.
So we're gonna... Antigalb and Van, we're gonna rotate out, and we're gonna recruit temporarily these two. Because I believe this is gonna give them more experience points after we complete a couple of quests. We'll see. Probably like this. Alright. But we'll see about Deadfire. I mean, since it's a, like... I'm gonna go ahead and half assume that Deadfire is gonna be what Shadows of Amn was for Baldur's Gate, yeah? I'm hoping that's the case, because I believe firmly that Baldur's Gate 2 is a better game than Baldur's Gate 1, despite
Whatever
having...
happens, at least we're out of that mud hole, Gilded Vale. I grew up in Gilded Vale. Quaint. That's what I meant to call it. No, you had it right.
Yeah, it is a bit of a mud hole. But yeah, hopefully Deadfire is gonna be more like of a... You know, this already has that epic quest feeling that Baldur's Gate 1 did not have. Baldur's Gate 1 was more like,
Hail, traveler.
Baldur's Gate 1 was like a quest to discover yourself and your siblings, which you did not know at the start that there are siblings, but never mind that. And I guess the death of your foster father. Baldur's Gate 2 is literally an epic adventure that takes you everywhere across the world just to take your soul back. Well, your sister back, and then your soul back. Spoilers. Excuse me, phone? Someone has tagged me on the tweeters. Give me a second to look at this. Might be important. Oh yeah, that's a good point. April Shaw tweeted at me. She says that anniversary cannot be looked at in the way that it means just something that happened previous year. And that's true, yeah. At this point you can also say months can be an anniversary, or weeks, or days. I'm looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. Just like the Crucible Knights use. Let me guess. You've been talking to that kid. What the... Phone. Chill the fuck up. Yeah, unique. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Just like the Crucible Knight used. Let me guess. You've been talking to that kid, right? He laughs and shakes his head. I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyways and let that little rascal learn his lesson. But a pact of adventurers already took it off my hand. God damn it! Like, I have my headphones up that cover my ears, and I got so used to talking with them that if I remove them and talk to the microphone without them, I will sound weird, and I have to re-put them on. Those adventurers sold the dagger too. Where are they now? Folks like that only visit Copper Lane to crew up at Desmond's Den, Expedition Hole, or down a pint at the Goose and Fox. And since they weren't headed into the den, well, you got my best guess. Alright. So tell me what, if March steel daggers are only given to the Crucible Knight, how did you get your hands on one? Egan pauses mid-polish, his claws slowing over the blade. A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it all comes from. Fair enough, I don't mean to pry. Yeah, I remember that you can actually extort him for money or something like that, or for a discount. But that's not like my character. My character is basically an honest and aggressive man right now. Pretty much like me. Fuck you people! No, I'm kidding. I love you guys. Now, we're gonna check for this party, which should be upstairs, if memory serves. And we're gonna get ourselves a dagger. Good day, Mr. Key. The Orlan woman nods at you, a cup of wine in a hand and a scepter across her lap. Yeah, fuck you people! Keepo.
Hail and well met.
An Orlan man relaxes with his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlan woman with him exchange laughs and comments with the trio at a nearby table, and he spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wild. Joining us for a drink? Who are you all? Sorry. The name's... Jesus. Alright. Hiccups. Sorry about that. The name's Two-Tone Waxel. The lady next to me is Key. We had our fun with the expeditions, but we were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet for the next few days, for next few weeks anyway. A man next table nods at you. I'm Dreadshot Dandon. This is Hardy and Nefa. We're part of a separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. He sticks several items of his finger. Beast barbarians, beerwigs. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one too. At the next table, Dandon raises his glass. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Is there something else you wanted? Did you buy a March steel dagger from Ikrin? He displays the blade on a flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know any more circulating in the city outside the steel in the Crucible Keep, of course. I was trying to get it for a kid named Gordy. He blinks and kicks his feet off the table. A kid? This isn't a toy, you know. You have a wooden sword. The young woman leans over and punches his arms. Come on, Wexel. If our friend here is willing to pay, what's the harm? Plenty, actually. The kid'll probably poke his eye out. Besides, I plan to use the dagger. How much would you take? How much would it take for you to change your mind? He turns the blade in the light, admiring it, seeing as how there is a sudden demand for this. 100 pence in fair. Deal. He hands you the dagger and hilt first. Pleasure doing business with you. Something else? Nope, that's all.
What is it?
You know, he's a good fellow adventurer, when he just hands the dagger with hilt first. You know, you never hand a knife to a person with a blade facing the person. That's bad. That's bad business. That's bad for business. And you know what chefs always say? A falling knife does not have a hilt. Something I had to learn hard way. I did not lose a finger, but I might have. I cut myself pretty badly. Actually, it's not a laughing matter. Yo, Gordy! Gordy bounces on the pavement. Did you get it? Did you have the dagger? Can I see it? I have the dagger right here. Gordy stops bouncing and stares at it, gaping in awe. It's so sharp. And Don't kill yourself or anything. We toss the dagger at him. He snatches it out of the air, heedless of anything else. He yanks it out of its sheath and holds the blade up the light. Ah, but we throw him with the sheath. I'm going to be just like the Crucible Knight, he saws and chops it in the air. He flips the weapon into he flips the weapon into the air and grabs at the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His eyes dart away from yours as he sheaths the dagger. So, about that secret. Gordy puts his hands up to his mouth and whispers loudly. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as Mark's steel dagger, though. Thanks for telling me, Gordy. Bye. Yeah, later. Back. Comrade. Hello and welcome back, Neffy. How are you doing? How are you doing? Taxes collected. All earnings were lost to the bandits. Yeah, speaking of that, actually, we could hire... Oh, we need to build a barracks first. Never mind. No.
I shall be
Here is the place Gordy actually told us about. When we get a Oaken Scarab figure, which can summon a Scarab to fight for us. Once per day, I believe. It's not bad. What do I want to say? Yeah, I forgot to say this earlier. Like, you can see here when I'm restoring buildings that there is a timer here, right? You're gonna see that here it is finished in 1 day and 13 hours. At times you're gonna see 1 day and 26 hours. Or 1 day and 25 hours. Why is that? It's pretty simple, really. A day here in this universe actually lasts 27 hours. They actually thought of making it different than the world system. Isn't that cute? Heritage Hill claims another curious soul. We remind all visitors to Defiance Bay that the hill is still... you're talking too fast. What did I want to do next? I'm losing my mind here. I don't remember everything that is available in this place. There is a quest available in the Halls of Revealed Mystery that we can do. Let's do that. Let's go there. We're gonna be streaming for another half hour, so maybe I'm gonna stream tonight. Am I still OP? We didn't have any combat ever since you left, actually. So yes, you're still OP, technically speaking. We swapped party members because I think, like, you can see that basically Ivan has more experience than you do, right? I believe that if I swap you out for a while, you might be getting experience outside of, like, what is going on. I think. I'm not sure. We'll see. We're gonna do a couple of quests without Auntie Galb and Ven, and then we're gonna swap them out again.
Pages serve no better use than fuel for the fire.
Thanks for your sincerity and honesty, Mr. Durance. Keep searching. The obscured leaves clues all around for all those who seek. Something. I don't know. You think. OMG Scoots. Yes, I think. We'll see soon enough, because we're gonna fight a pretty tough group right now. An elderly dwarf surveys the stacks. Her skin looks as tough and wrinkled as a walnut. Ew! Neffy, can I? Yeah, you're a Hob subscriber. I would need a Hob Nan right now. Despite her stature, she manages to look down her nose at you. You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and scriveners continue their search. She shoots the nearest robed figure a withering glare. Wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. What are they looking for? Maybe I could find it. She sizes you up, stroking her chin. And I could trust you to bring it back, I suppose. She scowls at the robed priest again. You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot anyway. Thieves made off with an ancient scroll of Whale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which should remain hidden, a secret of the 100 visions. Her wiry eyebrows arc over her spectacles. The guard caught one of them, but were overzealous in their interrogation. All they could piece together was something about farmhills and the road to Deerford. Track the thieves down. I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Well rewards the persistent seeker, and so do I. What else do you need? Thanks, Neffy. Is this the place where you are supposed to find information about... I forgot. No, not yet. There's guy... Yes, he was... Adair, the blondie, the warrior, was asking to find information pertinent about his brother and the war. But no, this is just the library, or rather, like a library of Whale. We'll need to go to the royal archives, which are in the palace. But first we need to build up... before we can actually look into the archives, we're gonna be requested to increase our reputation in the city. Alrighty, I'm gonna go and see... to find that scroll now. I love that Hobnapping mode, by the way. I'm kinda jealous. I would subscribe just for that mode, but I really don't watch Hob that often. As often as Squilla, at any rate. He threw some shade at you, though, Neffy. I think. Was it? No, it wasn't Hob. No, it wasn't Hob. It was actually that other streamer. He threw some shade at you. But you're a pretty frequent Hob subscriber, aren't you, Neffy? Because I'm pretty sure Hob knows you well. Or are you directly like a moderator in his chat? Are you a moderator in Hob's chat? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna go to the farm fields just outside in the wooden plains. I like my wooden plains, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Blimp, blimp. So what I think I'm gonna do is, we're gonna end the stream in like half an hour, maybe at 7 PM or something like that. And I might do some casual Dark Souls 2 Soul level 1 later on and trace that path. What now? What does throw a shade mean? And who did that to me? So Faraz did it. Faraz did it in his stream. Because Ivan introduced me to Faraz as Squilla's latest moderator, and he said, oh yeah, Squilla was saying something about that he was searching for a moderator, and he was considering Neffy, but he's too much of a memester. Throwing shade literally means like talking behind your back or insulting behind your back of some sort or something like that, you know. It really doesn't mean that, it's just like being ambiguous about it without being really honest about, or rather being, well, not really honest. You can be honest and throw shade, it's just like being, I don't know what the definition is. Check it on the Urban Dictionary, goddammit. I've been following Hob for a long time and subbed for 14 months, I think. I was in his stream every day for many months. Now I'm just in Squilla's. Ah, lol. Okay, so I triggered this battle here. As you can see, there is a lot of people. And there's also Venka, who is not actually Vencia. We'll see how this goes. And Rage, we're gonna need to point finger with Durance. We're gonna be using a lot of spells here. Certainly a lot of spells. I believe Blizzard is a very good spell. Ow. We don't want the red circle to hit it there. Okay, that's the red circle. Aloth, flame ball them all to death. You attack the bear companion here. Nice! The fireball did damage. We could start, actually go with the area effect single here. Fire and ice going on right here, killing everything. Wow, we're doing a ton of damage right now. That's good stuff. That's very good stuff. If you actually add dancing bolts, I think we could kill this mage without further making problems. That'd be great. We could blind these people that are fighting us in melee mode, so that none of our teammates fall. It's a bit of a pesky position though. You probably want to keep it here. Okay, everything going fine thus far. Is this guy dead? No, he's been knocked out. No, the bear companion has been knocked out. Never mind. Ivan can punch things very far away. Let's do that. No, actually, Pillar Blast that guy. Pillar of Fate that guy. Neffy can now turn. I feel home at Squilla's. Yeah, definitely. Nephi and Nephi, I didn't talk. Oh, wait, I missed a couple of comments here actually. Now come and think of it. I only watch sometimes Hob, but I never talk in his chat. I don't know the people there are pretty different to Squilla's chat. Yeah, definitely. Like I think like Squilla is a far more chiller kind of dude. Hob is a very like Hob is very direct. Like he will say some particular phrasings that are sometimes unorthodox in my opinion. I'm not throwing shade at Hob now, of course. I like Hob as a person. He feels pretty cool to me. It's just that it's a different kind of environment for sure. Also, Squilla said something the other day. I don't know if he was fucking with me or not. He said, "Oh, it's Nephi, the one person that should be mod but isn't yet," or something like that. He was saying something like that, yes. Also, you have some explanation to do, Lauren. You wrote something about me being the MVP of Squilla's, or something along those lines. Yeah, I still think that. Like, you're like the cheerleader of Squilla's stream. You're like the mascot, alright? You're the soul of Squilla's stream whenever you're around. You know, back in the day, I used to call a group of people like the original memesters. And those people used to be like you, Acid Catastrophe, Glorious Boner Stoner, Colpster, and Senior Batsquill before they were modded. They lost that memeing afterwards. Dice the Damned. Dice, yeah. All of these were like the memers together with you, and like you all of you like gave Squilla's chat a lot more of a kind of more of a thing going on, you know. All of you just gave life to the chat, essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. And you're just butchering everything right here. I lost actually kind of the tact of the battle. Cheerleader. Okay, comrade. Indeed, cheerleader. But since most of these people left or became moderators, Senior and Colby, you're the only one left. And yes, you're kind of the soul of the stream, because like you're the guy that memed a lot. The Taxi Bro Nephi and the Lauren made Taxi Bro. Nephi popular in Squilla's chan. The Taxi Bro popular in Squilla. The Taxi Bro Mephi popular in Squilla's channel. I just think that you deserve all the fame you get, man. Like, you're a great streamer, in my opinion. You're very good at Soulsborne, for sure. Like, I'm sure that once you get used to Bloodborne, you're just gonna destroy that game as well. You're really, really good at those games, and I say, my laugh is now even going over to channels who never heard it. Yeah, that's true. Like, your laugh is very contagious too. You're a fun guy and you're very good at games. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Sun-touched male of Hiren Wrath. Of course, if you played more with the fucking Millwood Bottle Axe, you would probably go even better. Sorry, what was I saying? Yo, you want this unique plate mail, Nephi? It's gonna slow you down considerably more than your armor right now. Well, 10% more, but it looks like this. It looks like it has a sun carved in the chest piece. So it looks like you're the god of the sun. And we could actually give you the cloak of Eothas, the Eothasian cloak, because it has also this kind of setting sun to it. My greatest achievement in life, getting Squilla to raid Lauren. That is true. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I still don't know how you did it, but goodness gracious me, you fucking killed me that day. And I'm still very glad that he raided me, actually, that he considered raiding me at all. Quality options got enabled immediately because of that, actually.
Keeping an eye out.
And I haven't been dropping frames ever since last I complained, so that's good news, I guess. Of course! Why not, sun bro? Praise the sun! Well, you're the god of fire, so might as well, right? Wait, did I get the scroll of... did I get this? Now, what the heck did I do? Parable of Whale. Retrieve the stone scroll. Grimna. None of his are dead. I can search them in the scroll. Did I not find the scroll on the bodies? Oh. Oh, I did not loot everything. Yeah, I did not loot everything. There is an examinable clothing that we might try out on Ivan. There's a scroll of whale. What the hell? As you take the scroll, you hear a voice. You have found it. Now lose it again. What? You think that this theft was an accident? The voice seems to shift, as if speaker were constantly changing age, race, and sex. My relics never meant to stay in one place for long. They are meant to be lost and found. It is the search that gives a thing value. Take it to the Black Meadow, find a drake that faces east and bury it neath its skull. That was Whale. That was the god of mystery that just spoke to us. Quaint, right? Quaint. I can be a fool and write stupid stuff, but I also talk a lot about a lot of people, and I am interested in the runs, etc. Exactly. You contribute, man. You contribute well to the chat. Like you meme. You certainly meme. Like back in the days when you did the Harambe 32 all the time with the beats donation. You meme a lot, but it also like created a persona in you. You know, you're like you're basically like the jolly person in chat that is always like, he always lifts the mood of people, and it gives certainly, like, people like you certainly give value to a chat like Squillas, yeah? If you get my meaning. And that is why I actually respect you a ton. Okay, so my main keep on Cadnua has been built. We can upgrade several other things right now, but I would certainly like to build the barracks so we can start hiring some defenses. I need to get first know more about Bloodborne to start runs like No Death or whatever. I am now at Vagina Flaps Beast. Is that what is that actually? I don't know Bloodborne well enough. And one of the best moments was when I reached 800 hours and cheered 32 8 times in a row. People actually... No, I think Squilla got... Was it that time? I think he was actually at... he was doing a no-hit run, and he was like at the Wyvern fight, and you all of a sudden started spamming that, and he got super mad at it and disabled it or something like that. Or rather, he wasn't really mad. He said thank you, but also goddammit, calm the fuck down. And he disabled the notification settings. Bloodstarved Beast. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Bloodstarved Beast. I know what it is. I know that is. This is the one that where Squilla like throws something at the wall that distracts the beast and he fights it really fast. I never got to see well what the boss is about because of that strat. The Drake's skull faces is. The soil underneath is soft and moist. Just like my pants. Bury the scroll of whale. As you cover the ancient scroll with the last handful of soil, the shifting voice speaks in your head once more. Well done, Watcher. Thank you, God. I'm glad I made you happy. Yeah, I disabled it. And yeah, I don't know much about Bloodstarved Beast as a boss in Bloodborne. I don't know many bosses, honestly. Like, I will go sometimes on the wiki of Bloodborne and check the boss list, and I'm like, there is this boss? I do like the game. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing his opinion too, because I still believe firmly that Bloodborne is the best of FromSoft's recent game, ever since Demon's Souls. Like, of those action-style games, I think it's the best of theirs. Which is maybe an unpopular opinion to say, because it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. But I feel like it's a better quality game than... I feel like they put a lot more soul into it. It sounds a bit ironic saying that they put more soul into it than a Souls game. Only Blood Vial farming is annoying. Yeah, I guess that's the one downside to it, and that's actually one thing I dislike about Demon's Souls too. It's the farming souls to buy like the herbs that heal you, the healing herbs. It's not as much that it makes the game easy to have more or less of them. It's just a nuisance to do some farming to buy an infinite source of them, or to get infinite amounts of them, you know? It doesn't make the game any harder or any easier. It's there for no reason at all. I don't think so. You don't have to farm, just buy them. If I die with what to buy. That's true. How can you buy if you have no souls? Every time I go to the dream for leveling up, I spend the leftovers and vials.
Good day.
How much is a vial? How much does a vial cost in Bloodborne? And I guess you cannot upgrade how much they heal you, right? It's a set amount, or a set percentage of health? Ever inquisitive, I see. I found a scroll, but Well asked me to hide it again. She gives you a long, stern look. I'd call anyone else a liar with a story like that, but coming from you, she squints behind her thick spectacles. There's a certain logic after all. And if you've served Whale, then you've served me too. She presents you with a folded section of fabric. Whale's both a keeper and a discoverer of secrets. May this hood aid you in revealing what is obscured and what keeps you hidden from those who wish you harm. You find a key in your palm. You are also free to visit the Elder Archives and take whatever book or scroll you find in the open. Spreading and circulating new mysteries is a part of our service to the obscured. And what else do you need of me? Nothing else, really. Where is the hood that I got? 2 stealth, 1 perception. It's not better than mine. This one gives me intellect. Perception and stealth, we're gonna keep it for Tis. Also, let me put this close on Ivan for a while. Okay, he's gonna look like a swag mister right now. For a while. Let's see, for blood vials. Every time, okay, depends how much it costs. It increases after some bosses. After Bloodstarved Beast, it costs 540 echoes. Or maybe that's after Amelia. I don't play it too much yet, but for now I would put Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 on equal of my likings. I ended my run on ROM yesterday with 2 deaths. One on the Lothar boss is in the woods, and one to ROM. What is it? Like Lord of the Rings? LOTR? At least I got Gascoigne, BSB, Amelia, and the witches before dying. Oh, in the woods, do you mean like the Shadows of Yharnam, or whatever the name was again of it? I'm just gonna steal everything from this place, I don't give a fuck. La 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 la. No one is stopping me!
I wonder what this is.
You cannot disarm the trap, you wish to trigger it. I guess I do! Yes! Oh, Jesus, what's happening? Oh, move away. Good. The Shadow of Yharnam, yes, okay. This kind of beast mode always killed me yesterday. I don't see a lot of Gascoigne legit fights because of the stair strategy people use to cheese him. Or rather, Squilla does. You know what I'm saying? Theorems of Pangram. Thank you so much. No, open the door! God damn it. He's weak against Molotovs in base mode. I guess the beasts are weak in general against fire or something like that. I really don't know how the game works. I shouldn't be the one asking people questions about the game I'm not playing, really. My point is... Stuff. Stuff is my point. Let's see now. What else can we do in this area here? There's a quest in the catacombs, but we're not gonna do that yet. We can start a quest in Admet's Den of Hall of Expedition or whatever it's called, but we're not gonna join the mercenaries. What was it? What was the name again of these guys? They were the... I don't remember what they were called. Fuck throwable consumables in Soulsborne. That's what I'm gonna say about that comment. Fuck consumables. I have to rely overly on consumables on Soul Level 1 in Dark Souls 2. Because...
this looks like the kind of place we could find allies.
There's just so many things that will not get staggered by your attacks. So what you do is, like, you just throw, like, some witching urns or something like that at things until you kill them. Right now I'm gonna be doing the caves, not caves, chasms of the abyss for Dark Lurker. Oh, something happened. Oh, look at the swag bandits here passing by, being all like, "Ah, we're cool, we're cool." A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. "Another pup come wandering in, I see. I just know that Bine's Giant Slayers run things around here and you'll be fine." "Whatever you say." "That's good advice. Here's the rest. 1. The choice bounties are ours. 2. The Giant Slayers don't share. It's that simple." A voice bellows across the hall. "Enough jabber, Bine. You gonna do the job or talk about it?" He jaws tightens. "Wayne's right. That coin ain't going to collect itself." He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin towards the door. "See you around, pup." Yeah, fucking knife you around, dickwad. Dickwad! Alrighty. I believe down here, Osric. "Give your guard up and give something. I'll give something to guard, damn you."
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
"Hello. I'm looking for work."
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Mercenary shit shovelers. That's such a romantic way to put it, my man. "Although," he sizes you up, "I do have something I need done. Something that requires..." He glances sidelong at an adventurer flailing away helplessly at a dummy. "Competence! What do you need done?"
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
I don't think you can kill them, Neffy. I think unless if you join the mercenaries, you cannot really kill them. And since you voted for paladins, I'm gonna go with the paladins, which are actually the Crucible Knights, as you hear them right here. Why don't you just go ask for it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
Wow. Alright then. What's this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
I'll see what I can do.
Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
He leans in closer. "I got a word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's gift right after having his soul lineage read by a cipher in Dunrid Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me." Having his soul lineage read?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Got business with me? No. That's all. We got the quest. That's what I mean. What matters to me. Okay, so we're gonna go now quickly to the Crucible Keep. We're gonna totally legally take some document affidavit, I meant. Totally legally, without asking questions to anyone. And we're gonna go to Dunrid Row, which is Dunrid Row, for those of you that are following here for some lore. Dunrid Row is basically a house of ciphers. They're basically spies and investigators. Soul spies and investigators. They're actually a cool bunch, led by a certain Lady Webb, which is a very mysterious person because no one has seen her in positively decades. So, we'll see about that. We're gonna go now to First Fires, which is basically like the place of rule of Defiance Bay, where the politicians are. The main temple of Magran is here. The Crucible Keep is here. The Valian embassies, I believe, are here. Is that what it's called? Yes, Valian embassies, as well as the Temple of Utica, actually. We'll actually be talking to a spirit for... Actually. We're gonna be talking to a spirit here. Spoilers. I mean, you're watching this series, might as well spoil you a bit what's gonna happen in 2 seconds, right? God damn it. A call for interested patrons. What about? The Admet's Den Expedition Hall pledges competent, proven men and women towards profitable venture for choosing. Interested parties are asked to seek out Venom within the Expedition Hall. Alrighty. We'll do that, I guess. So this is the Temple of Utica. Let's enter it real quickly.
This looks like the place Maywald described.
It's only a tiny bit ruined. It's a bit, you know, destroyed.
Praise to the exiled queen. May her crown be restored and her justice prevail. Come to pay your respects to the queen that was.
Who are you?
Lord Ardwellen Rugform III.
You motherfucker.
And pleased to make your acquaintance. I came to the Deerwood on one of the first ships from Adia. And unlike the yokels and hut dwellers around here, I still keep to the old ways.
You motherfucker interrupted my narrating here. It's truly a pity to see what Luggles have done to Udica's house of worship. I was told I'd find the Temple of Udica here.
And so you did. These savage colonists may have burned it down, but worship of the Oathbinder is alive and well. These stairs lead to the main sanctum.
What stairs?
These stairs, of course. The sanctum was always below ground, adjacent to the catacombs, so it wasn't destroyed by the fires.
Tell me where I'd find an entrance to these catacombs.
There are various entrances throughout Defiance Bay, but I dare say the easiest to reach is in Copper Lane. I haven't been to that part of town in ages, but as I recall, it's somewhere near the southern gate.
Alright, What are you doing?
Worshipping Udica, the exiled queen and Oathbinder. I come every day to offer my devotion. I'd love nothing more than to book passage back to Adia, but it is my Emperor's wish that I serve in these barbaric lands. And so I do.
I'd like to know more about Udica.
A queen among the gods. She oversees laws and oaths. Everything has a rightful place, and Udica watches over them all.
I believe it is stated in the lore that Udica is basically the godhead of the pantheon. Basically, she was, or rather was, it's no longer, she's dead. I believe she was supposed to be like watching over the gods and overseeing that they do not rebel. And it's also part of the reason why she's dead, as we'll discover.
Of course, not everyone accepts this. Even among the other gods, her authority is questioned. But Udica is also goddess of memory and vengeance, and she remembers. She'll remember every slight and trespass when she reclaims her throne.
You know that you're a ghost, right?
I beg your pardon? Is this some sort of joke where you come from?
I'm serious. Just look at yourself.
A madhouse. That's what this town really needs.
Right, see ya. Fancy fellow, this guy. Very fancy. Right, let's go to the Crucible Keep. This is where we're gonna join Paladin crew and stuff. But first, we're gonna do this quest for the guy. What was his name? Osric or something like that, I believe. We're gonna steal some the Penhelm Affidavit, if we can find it. We're first gonna talk to Penhelm, of course, because he's a swaggy asshole. What business brings you to the keep? I'm not even gonna talk to you. Bye! So this keep actually has a lot of justiciars, and justiciar was actually a term given in the past. It was basically like some sort of deputy knight of the past, like an investigator knight in the past. Somewhat of a paladin, but not quite a paladin yet.
Welcome.
The young novitiate's armor is recently shined, and his hair is clean and neatly combed. It is hard to believe he has ever seen battle, or that the scarred antique breastplate he wears could possibly be his. Are you looking for something? Does the name Osric sound familiar? He sniffs. If you got any self-respect, you won't associate with him, or with any of his new friends in the expedition hall for that matter. Scamps and delinquents, all of them. What's the story between the two of you? Osric has always held some controversial opinion, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. He frowns and crosses his arms. He finally went too far. He had the goal to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble a dear nobility. He rubs a spot on his bracer and with a silk handkerchief. Just making some dinner. That's fine, Neffy, that's fine, take your time. I might actually conclude in roughly 12 minutes or something, when we hit 3 hours, but I might stream later on tonight, something casual, without talking too much and stuff. Just some casual soul level ones, as I said, or maybe I'm gonna stream some Anno 1404 or something like that. What's your PSN, Taxi Bro? Yeah, Neffy, what is your PSN? Join forces with Mephi and Neffy, join forces. So you can ring a ding dong and summon each other, right? That's how Bloodborne summonings goes. Like you ring a bell or something like that, and then summon signs appear. I'm working 2102. Mad Jaguar 89. Lauron, when we games again? That's a good question, man. Dalek man. Also, hi again. Honestly, like, if we can find something we can co-op or something like that, we can all just find something to play along and do the cool things that is multiplayers. I haven't played a game with people in a long time now. It's been a very long time because no one likes me. Such is life. Such is life. Where was I? Oh yeah. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported his statements. I don't see the problem. He sputters. People change, organizations change. The Crucible Knights began as a militia of blacksmiths, but Dunstan's one of the only officers who can wield a hammer these days. We're professional soldiers. Isn't that who you want to defend a city? Besides, a novitiate has no business maligning his superiors. He says your affidavit is a forgery. Just what would he know about that? It's perfectly convenient for him to guess Aspersions. I cannot read properly today, I apologize. What with his pedigree and the knights? He folds his arms. He blinks at you. It's a lie, of course. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It was. He looks down and admires it. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. That's just bad. And it's not for sale. If that's what you're wondering, not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. Enough of Osric. On that we can agree. See you later, shitbag. He's a shitlord is what he is, really. I hate him. Hate him! But yeah, Alec, if you will have some time and I will have some time in the coming days, we can do some gaming if you know what game we could play. Close the door, sneak it up, steal everything. And we got the Penhelm affidavit. Is there anything else that is cool? Edict of arrest. This edict calls for the arrest of Aeorn, whose recent actions have led to the death of a Knight of the Crucible. It requests reporting any information to Justiciar Aldmar. It is signed Commander Cliver. We'll take that. Alan?
I'll have it in
for
no
me.
time.
Laura needs to buy a PS4. 2017 goal. Laura needs to buy a new graphics card. That is my 2017 goal.
Yes.
Honestly, that is more like my January goal, which is certainly not gonna happen in January, unfortunately. Sad times. I really need a new graphics card. Really, really badly. And put it in my box. Possibly a new power supply too. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. Besides, even if I did buy a PS4, I would not buy it myself PlayStation Plus. So, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't be able to play anything on PS4, man. With you guys, anyway. How about you How about you buy yourself a PC, Neffy? I can give you the old graphics card if you want. The PS4 contains a graphics card. Yeah, you cannot remove that graphics card and put it in the goddamn PC that I'm kicking right now. I hate this PC, but I love it so much because it's the only thing that allows me to play games. Now, let's go to Brackenbury. Brackenbury is basically the highest state nobility place. That's where all the dickwads live in. But, you know, that's just the general feeling I get from it. Nadine. Interesting.
Hail and well met.
A woman stands in the shade of the garden, muttering to herself. She's fixated on the pages of a large and well-worn tome, seemingly oblivious to the blooming flowers and the cool, fragrant breeze. She only looks up when your shadow crosses her page. Do you mind? I'm rather busy. What are you so busy with? She snaps her book shut. I'm studying soul attachment. We all know that souls move into people at birth and out of them at death, but we still have a lot of questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. What do you mean about making them stick? She brushes a stray lock from her forehead. Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they are firmly attached. It's separation that leads to a whole separate of soul-related ailments, including the holobone. But if we understand how to reattach souls, we could end the White One's legacy, maybe even conquer death. She scratches behind her ear. That's the theory, anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all the research I need to put it into practice. This is the problem with animals. Are you meddling, fixing you to understand? Well put. At least there's some sense left in this country. Nadine crosses her arms over her book. At least we're trying to do something. The only real progress against the legacy has come from our research. Unfortunately, our critics have seen to it the public remembers our failures over our successes. She sighs. Which can make it rather difficult to get in the information we need. There's a manuscript called The Theorems of Pentagram, and I happen to have it. It contains research from Pentagram's experiments on detached souls. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rumored to have a copy in the Elder Archives. The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda the High Archivist worships Whale, which means that she has some paradoxical views on sharing and restricting knowledge. And since she is not exactly a proponent of animacy, she tends to restrict the kind of information that would be useful to me. That's a shame. She sighs. Anyway, I could probably get back to my work. Should we give her Nadine is okay, comrade. That's basically what I'm going with that accent, yes. Should I give her the theorems? Should I? Let's give her the theorems. You'll never believe what I found. You, Lady of Lament, you really found it! Nadine cradles the musty tome like a newborn. I can't believe it! It really exists! She looks back to you. Thank you so much. This will be invaluable. She almost turns to the book, but at the last moment she remembers herself and gives you a bag of coin. 500 coins, in fact. I'm glad this will be useful to you. I don't suppose you could spare a little more? Ah, of course! She pulls a ring from her finger. It may not look like much, but I've always been able to use this ring to generate a little extra money when I was between stipends. It is critical for someone doing research without the benefit of a wealthy patron. She smiles weakly and hands it to you. Please, take it. You've certainly given me a resource I couldn't have found on my own. Anything else? No, that's all. Bye. Elf will probably not be happy about it, but we did get a Ring of Eternal Founding, plus 5 copper. What does that mean? Essentially, it means that every time we're gonna wear it and there's gonna be any loot we're gonna get, is gonna have like 5 more coppers in value or something like that. Like we're gonna get 5 more coppers out of every loot. I believe something like that. Anyway, let's go to Dunridrow. Is that the name? Hadrid House. Hadrid House is the name of the house, but Dunridrow, I believe, is the name of the organization or something like that. And Hadrid, I believe, was... I don't remember what Hadrid was. He was pretty much like a high-ranking politician in the city, but not the Duke himself. Ling, yes, I'm certain of it.
Good day to you.
The Orlan man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on the end, and his ears prick up as you approach. You carry whispers, Kednua, Gilded Veil, old voices indeed. What were you talking about? The Orlan grins, revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. As a cipher, it is my job to know those things. You carry the whiff of ancients. What can you tell me? His ears twitch downwards. Not much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. He regards a table piled with scrolls. What brings you to Dunridrow? I'm gonna show him Penhelm's affidavit. Is this affidavit real? It is signed by you. He holds the page but seems to stare through the words as if it is something woven into the fabric of the paper. Curran bares his pointed teeth. I remember Penhelm. A preying peacock of a man, his mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was the sole descendant of an Edarian general. One who fought against Hadrid's rebellion. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you. But I have no time for knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Cliver, and show him the seal. He points the wax stamped by the forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Alev's gaze flickers to you. Doom a man for the soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. To be fair, he lied about it. Yeah? Alrighty. It looks as though you could use some help. Kern wags a clawed finger. Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Dunridrow ears only. A civilian would need the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. Alright, see you later. And just as we leave the house, and a quick save. We've been doing good progress overall. 3 hours in. It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Hello, Penhelm. Penhelm's face is wide. Just talk to that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step towards you, extending his hands. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. Your superiors deserve to know the truth. Let's see. The knights will let you scrub the latrines. Your supervisors deserve to know the truth. What truth? That over a century ago I was some Edarian who's dust in the ground now? His hand grips the sword pommel. I'll ask you one more time. Give that back. Don't be a fool. We're in public. He looks at the novitiates with him. Which is why everyone will be shocked to hear that you assaulted a company of Crucible Knights without provocation. Including one with such a spotless record as mine. Leaving us, Lauren? This is fine. Yeah, I might stop streaming in after this quest is complete. We're gonna continue tomorrow or something like that. Or if I stream later, we're gonna see you later, but not with Pillars of Eternity at any rate. As I said, it's gonna be a bit of a shorter stream today, just because I have to have still dinner, and then I have to do some things after dinner. I have some chores to do after dinner. So I apologize for that, but it is how it is. Now we have a bunch of ornery paladins to fight here. So we're gonna do our best to point our fingers at them very angrily. And our fireballs as well. Like so. And you, Neffy, why don't you shock them up? The lag! Okay. All seems fine. As people are dying all left and right. Let's buff our guys. There we go. Book him. You turn into an animal, to say the least. And once you turn into the animal, you're going to kill everything. As you should.
This is fine.
I love that emote so much, I'm glad I picked it. How can you let this fucker here just move around freely without getting a single attack of opportunity on him? And in comes Neffy killing everything. Book it again. Is my guy dead? No, he's fine. Wow. This team has been wrecking it ever since Neffy's addition. We'll see how we're gonna be doing. Whoa, he's still alive? Yo, yo! 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 I was not cool with that.
What is it?
Okay, I think there is that rare bug with the audio clips sound cutting up. So we're gonna reload quickly and then we're just going to move back and give Osric his armor and we're gonna conclude it there for now. And this is indeed fine because we're gonna host someone super cool that is streaming. So if any one of you is still in chat, please stay there until we host someone cool. Is Mephisto streaming, Neffy? Has Mephisto started streaming? Mephisto, are you here? Have you started streaming? Well, if he replies, I guess that's a no.
Or do you merely hide behind them?
You asked me for one and I said no. Not until you're older or more responsible. Do you remember this conversation? He's streaming. Okay, cool. We're gonna go host him a bit. Gordy's eyes are fixed on the ground in front of him. Yes, sir. And yet I find you out here playing with a blade that clearly belongs to the knights. Do you see the problem? I didn't steal it, honest. I traded a secret for it. He points at you. Ask him. Hammer turns to you. Is what my son says true? He wants to be a Crucible Knight. I thought it was a good way to get him started in an honorable profession. He stares at you for a moment, then shakes his head. Well, I still don't approve of my boy having a weapon, but I'm glad he's no thief. You can keep the blade, but you'll be holding onto it. But I'll be holding onto it until you're a squire with the knights. Come along, Gordy. I won't have you loitering out here all day.
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
They will use you, cast you off when it suits them. Never speak another word to you.
Maybe they just don't answer to fiery whore.
Well, Durant seems to know more about Aloth than we believe. Another ship lost! Abelian, blah 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 blah, we don't care. God, I love this music so much. Yo, Osric, guess what I got for you? Is this the armor you wanted? Osric wavers a moment in disbelief. He looks at you, then back at the breastplate. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. How did you manage this? You were right about the fit of it. Unfortunately, Penhelm forced me into a fight. A shame it ended like that, but he's a lying weasel who started this. You did all I asked, and you are owed much. He withdraws a leather coin purse from his pocket and hands it to you. Stop by Sonild's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and I'll see that she opens her inventory for you. Alright. What's this armor to you anyway? Osric looks around, trying to appear casual. It's nothing really. Just a keepsake. He tries to look you in the eye, but when he does, he appears to reconsider. He sighs. It commemorates the Order of Magran, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never to the living, as Dirvudans, real Dirvudans. We don't have the nobility or birthrights, unless you're some copper fucker from Aedir. All we got's the honor we bring to our family's name. The Order of Magran is, well, they don't give it out too much. Not often you see a member of the dozens whose revolutionary ties are as good as he says they are. So this, he pauses considering the weathered metal, a pale image of its former self but still catching the light, is something to live up to. Alrighty. You're getting new gear? Debate it! Maybe you are, but keep in mind that you already have a fancy new unique armor as well as a fancy little sword.
I'm here.
Yeah, you do have a unique sword called Justice. So you have an armor with the sun. You have an armor... What was that about the kip? A Court of Spirits. Reward 50% experience, Belt of Chimes, 150 to 300 coppers in treasure, expires in 2 days, 25 hours. Duration 1 turn. Southwest of Gilded Vales, travelers have reported a collection of angry spirits gathering near a circle of cracked Adra pillars. Those brave enough to venture near the spirits have reported that they appear to be arguing about some long-forgotten legal matters. Though locals have quickly learned that to take the route that avoids the other pillars entirely, more than a few foreign merchants landing at road's end have fallen victims to the shades. Do you have any rings? Not yet! But I think this person does not sell rings anyway. Kana, go. We'll see what she sells, actually. Let's see what you have. Yeah, you have only an armor with the sun. You have a cloak with a sun. And you have a unique sword called the Justice. I mean, how more godlike can you get? The woman looks up from polishing a dagger. Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? She raises an eyebrow. Or are you betting on one? Show me your wares. There you go. She has exceptional and fine gear. She has something, Dandy Hat of the Diseased Yak. 2 resolve and -1 intellect. Beautiful, it's pink. See, she has, what else she has? She does have a ring, actually. Nerve's Folly. +1 resolve and +2 constitution. Berserker's Belt. 20 frenzy duration. I will take that for myself. Munakra's Arret. Whisper of Treasons, 3 times per rest and 12 will. Not that great for 3,000 gold. This is pretty good, but it's very expensive yet. We might buy it later on. What does the Fox and Hunter do? Grant some noble creature once per rest, 5 will and 9 reflex. Still not very worth it. What about this? Braces of the All-Consuming Rage, 2 might and 1 constitution. We're gonna buy that. It's expensive, but do we have even money enough? Do we even have enough money for it? Well, I guess we're gonna have it. Guess we're gonna make it happen. Yeah! No problem at all. We just sell all this trash we have and everything is gonna be dandy. Done! Alrighty. Let's see now. Our latest and greatest purchases. This one will be going to my character. And this one... Well, you don't really need that might and constitution. Actually, you could use it. I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, you're gonna be stronger. You're gonna be Stork. You're gonna have 18 might. You're Stork and smart. There we go. And I get this belt, which makes my frenzy attack last 20 seconds longer, so... Yeah, it's gonna be for 19.8 seconds total right now, I assume.
Well...
So not bad, not that bad. Congratulations on your new bracers, Neffy. Anyway, it's been 3 hours and 11 minutes. It's 7 p.m., so I'm gonna go fetch some foods. We're going to double save the game, and we're gonna go to the screen over screen. Screen over screen. Stork! Yes. OMG is good. Smart? Yes, OMG is good. Brave? Sexy? Yes. Sorry. Anyway, I thank everyone that endured my stream for this long. We haven't done as much as I hoped we would, but it's still some good progress. We're in Defiance Bay, we're doing some quests. We're getting quests done. We're gonna get shit done right. Soon enough, we're also gonna be able to access the expansion pack. I can't wait because, or rather the DLC, first DLC. I can't wait because I really like that DLC. Lauron raid, Kekona! Yeah, we can raid. How about we raid Laurond? Laurond? Oh, Laurond raid. Lauraid? 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 I don't know about that. We're gonna give some host. We're gonna give some host to Mephisto live. How does that sound to you guys? How's that sound? We're gonna host him. He's playing Bloodborne, his first playthrough. It's gonna be fun times for everyone and family. He's a cool guy. He's our taxi bro, right, Neffy? Even you bastards on YouTube, make sure to follow him. If you've come this long, you must follow Mephisto live. Mephisto live. MEPHISTOLIVE. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, thank you so much for everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next stream. Bye!